Typical DM.
Hey, how y'all doing today? We're live.
Hi.
Telling a story.
Welcome.
It's telling a story. Anyways.
It's a very inappropriate story.
Yeah, y'all want to hear it?
No.
No. Anyways.
Thanks.
Last time the Curse Breakers, I guess is the current official name of the group, just got done breaking a curse on the house by murdering everything that was inside it.
That's how we roll.
That's right. You got problems, we take care of.
You need an exercise? Well, you know you can do that by beating it to death.
I mean, yeah. It's good cardio.
You're not wrong.
So we left off. They were back at the end, currently giving the good news to the son, who tried to convince his sister to go back with them, and turns out his sister really doesn't want to do that. So at this point, we are currently in discussions with what to do about the house. Kent convinces him to give him the deed, so he can have an opportunity to sell the house on their behalf.
Yeah,
Will Kent be a honest straight shooter or take advantage of these very vulnerable, let's be honest, he's 17 children? And I do think that Taisha herself wanted to have a chat with the daughter, Steena.
Hold on.
What's her name, Steena?
Alright, so hold on, let me understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Roy's character, Kenny Cornflower, has literally ripped this dude off.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not yet.
You don't know that I ripped
He could be
him.
100% legit.
We don't know yet. Y'all
Yeah, I
just
could be a kind-hearted rogue.
Funny enough,
Who says that I can't be?
funny enough, one thing I've noticed about this group so far, y'all haven't really had a chance to really get to know each other yet.
Alright, hold on real quick.
This is
Let me
true.
understand this. He has the deed,
Mhm.
but he didn't pay anything for it.
Well, the idea is that
Got it. He ripped him off.
he's trusting him enough to like sell it on his behalf. Now, of course, if Kent decided a finder's fee for the seller is appropriate, it's up to him how big that finder's fee should be. But we'll find out then.
Kent ripped him off. Got it.
As far as you know.
As a lawful good character, am I morally obliged to...
You don't know. You don't know the details of what's going on.
And you have no evidence to support,
You're just suspicious of me.
You're just suspicious of this guy
You're a
who took
suspicious
this
player.
deed from
Can't
this
you blame
from the
us?
17-year-old.
Why? Just because I'm a rogue doesn't mean I mean ill intent.
It's not like we actually know you.
Alright,
That's
let's
true.
talk to the kid.
Well, your insight check, you believe.
Oh no, I believe you have every good intention.
Okay,
Currently.
I do not.
well, I mean that. Yeah. On all honesty, just because
I'm a pencil gun.
you have trouble reading him doesn't necessarily mean you won't be suspicious. So, what do you say to the kid?
Hey, is everything on the up and up? Like, did you just take the deed from you?
Oh yes, he says that since y'all are going to be doing a lot of traveling, that he might have an opportunity to find somebody willing to buy the house. I mean, y'all helped us out so much. I trust you so. Plus, I think he rolled pretty high on.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20 on his persuasion.
That's 26.
Sounds
For
legit.
him.
Or bluff.
For him, right?
Well, no, like towards the kid.
yeah,
and
towards
yeah,
the kid,
pretty
not
much.
for everyone else, though, right?
Well, everybody else has to roll against what
You gotta
we
roll
had.
insight against me. Good luck beating a 26.
Now, here's the thing. Just because you can't read him doesn't mean you believe him. It's just as far as you can tell, he seems like he's telling the truth, or depending on how low you roll, he's just hard to read.
Okay, got blueberry.
I got one better.
Yeah.
Detect evil around them.
Except he's not a fae, fiend, undead, or any of that.
Yeah, so nice try.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Detect
Good
evil.
to know.
And even I think in 3.5, it targets creatures with an aura, unless he was a cleric of an evil god or a paladin of
No,
an
it
evil
just
god.
says Fae, Fiend, or
Oh, for
Celestial.
3.5 also? Yeah.
Well, 5th edition period.
Well, anyway.
Well, 5th edition period, but I'm saying like even with 3.5.
Okay, anyway.
Well,
and
the
so
point
I'm still
is-
gonna talk to him
Okay,
and be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the hell kind of like deal is that? Like, I
Well-
wouldn't trust him, and I party with him.
You partied with him.
I think he means that we're traveling together currently.
Oh, well, you trust him, don't you?
Yeah, it seems pretty legitimate. It seems
Oh,
like
I
he's
mean-
on the level.
Yeah. I'm a nice guy. Look at this.
I mean-
look at the smile. And look at these
Don't get me wrong.
dashing looks. Don't I look like a nice guy?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess it is kind of a gamble that I'm taking, and if he does do that, that means both me and my sister would be out on the streets on our own.
Greatly appreciate it. It is absolutely an honor that you trust me with such
Losing
a
my
heart.
father's sword after
I
payment
mean,
and
Silas,
losing my
I
house.
trust him. He helped me in battle.
He helped us all in battle.
Yeah, what's your story?
He seems very trustworthy.
I just don't trust
I would
men,
imagine
so-
that you and I would have good understanding.
I'll
We
be
dress
and
up.
Hold on.
Penelope perks up, and yeah, to be honest, I trust her more than you at the moment.
Oh,
She caught you in that lie earlier.
What lie?
You rolled a 15 on a deception check back at the house,
About
and
the
her
bear.
Oh, yeah, about the bear.
and her passive perception con, or her passive
Oh,
insight
so what?
con.
Like, the bear is nothing.
It wasn't a real life.
Yeah, seriously.
yeah,
What
but
the
here's
hell?
the deal.
It-
I didn't lie to them. You did. They have every reason to trust me. Because you. Plus, you got your face hidden and whatnot. It's kind of hard to see your eyes. It's really hard to look you in the eyes and see if you're telling the truth or not.
And that is the make of an untrustworthy man.
And it's all about tone. Sometimes you
Shadow.
gotta. Sometimes you gotta read the tone of their voice.
That
It's just mockery.
See, and that's why I speak with a soft voice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do either of you say anything?
I don't trust men in general, so I don't trust him.
That I can accept.
That's fair. I
You
will
say
accept that. At
Was
least
I-
you have a reason.
I think I was I in the room when you hit that bear?
No.
Probably
No.
not.
Okay, so I
yeah.
don't know. I didn't even know what
I need
happened.
to remember this. Roy,
Huh?
James,
I'm simply saying
replacement
Penelope.
cleric,
he
can
helped
go
me in
away.
battle like you did.
Wow.
Penelope
And Julio.
believes him.
Replacement cleric. That's what it
Replacement
said.
cleric that can go away.
Ouch, that kind of hurt me a little
Penelope,
bit.
I mean,
she has a name, sir.
You helped me in battle. He helped me in battle. People who help me in battle, I trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I helped you in battle. I helped you
Look,
in battle.
What
a lot
exact?
more.
What,
Didn't you raise
what
him
exactly
from
is
the
the
dead?
reason?
Sure
Why,
did.
what exactly is the reason why you don't trust me? Is it the blue hair? Is that what it is?
Oh, it's the hair
Well, that's quite prejudiced if that's the case.
That is
Character
right?
interaction. Finally, yes. Let's do this.
Look,
I know, right?
from where I stand,
No, I'm loving this. Please keep going. I've been wanting y'all to interact
Let's
more as
role
characters.
play this,
Yeah.
shall we?
Yeah. Let's.
from where
Okay,
I
Silas.
from where I stand, Silas, he seems like a legitimate fellow. We all don't really know anything about each other, except for our names and maybe what we do.
Okay,
But
alright.
in the last day, we have kept each other alive,
Okay,
and that counts for something.
that counts for something. But that does not count for just taking the deed without anything. This guy's gonna get ripped off.
You really
You're
think?
jumping
You really
right.
think so?
Doesn't he have to make an inside check after
You just say that right for the kids.
26?
Huh?
Yeah.
Something.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. He can make a roll, and depending on how it goes, he probably won't be able to catch him in a lie. But I'm not gonna say his character will automatically.
Automatically just not.
It's kind of like
Oh, okay.
automatically.
Think about it like
like
this: with us having the deed, we have a better chance of getting a.
Yeah, and if somebody else wants to hold on to it, I don't
Respectfully,
think-
we don't have the deed. He does.
That's what. Can I talk? I'm just saying. If somebody else wants to hold on to it, they're more than welcome to. Just saying.
I mean,
That's
that's
Except
fair.
you. You're suspicious.
That's fair.
Anybody?
I'll hold on to it.
There we go.
See?
I'll hold
There
on.
we
We give it
Wait,
to a
hold
wild
on, hold on.
page.
Insight
wild
check.
Hey,
gonna catch it on fire.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know
Insight
that I'm wild.
check.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
I didn't
that's-
know.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
honestly.
This is how
Uh-oh, whispers. No, no.
this is how I see it, Silas. We all have a job to do, a contract
We're
we
gonna have to-
agreed to take on.
Yeah.
Far from here,
Yeah.
our best chance to make the best profit for these children is to sell it in a bigger city.
Yeah, we have more of a
And,
chance.
and, and y'all are doing work for us, and I'm more than happy to share whatever y'all sell, of what y'all sell for.
Okay, I just need to double check. Who found me suspicious again? Please raise your hand.
I didn't find you suspicious.
Penelope caught you in a lie.
Yeah.
I simply defended him
No,
like
no,
I
I-
defended you.
But you said something else and
Well,
you raised
you
your
are a
hand,
little
right?
bit suspicious.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, you didn't come out to help us. You'd rather stay and wait for mutton.
He helped
There
me
you go.
with
She
that
said
bear.
something too.
That bear and that suit of armor. He
She's
probably
got it.
saved my life.
Who stayed in
Why
there
you
waiting
following
for
us
the
now?
mutton while we were getting
Not
our
quite sure
asses
about
handed
that
to
one.
us by goblins?
Hey, you believed it too?
the whole ordeal was
I
very
got plans for
strange.
Silas, Sean.
Silas, Shadows do go inside things.
Yeah.
You have plans for Silas?
I got plans for Silas. I don't want to bomb him up and throw him away.
Look.
Silas, Slayer of Bears.
Stuffed bears.
Teddy bears.
Taxidermist Slayer.
Taxidermist Slayer.
Vince!
Oh man, did you show up at just the right time?
Oh, we can ask her. See if she thinks anything.
We're just
ribbing-
We're just ribbing the
Does that
fuck out of
typically roll
We're just
well or
ribbing
not?
Sean right now.
They all roll about the same.
In his hands, they roll terribly. In everybody else's hands, they.
Alright.
What
Okay.
on this?
What are you rolling?
Oh, we're just ribbing.
Yeah,
We're
you'll
just
see.
ribbing Sean. Silas is like suspicious
Rolled
of
well
me.
for you.
Yeah, roll well for
So he's
Nate.
trying to like make
What
a
a bite
point
dice
that
and egg
these guys shouldn't trust me with
Does he not have
their
I do,
their deed,
but they all suck for
and
me.
yeah.
They
It's
suck
going
for me
from
too.
there.
I trust you with the deed.
See, this one trusts me
Hold on,
too.
but you don't trust me?
Why would we?
Okay, coming from a guy that like to, if we ain't hurt, you ain't healing us. I ain't trusting you.
She's
He
got
does have
a
a
point.
point.
Guys,
On the end,
guys,
you
guys.
see-
You
Tells us
did
more.
heal
He came
us,
to
though.
my defense in the midst of the battle. He's got to be somewhere.
That's fair.
Against the
That's
stuff.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
I think-
understand. I'm just trying to understand why
I
someone's
mean, it was
trying.
kind of dark.
Okay, all I'm doing is trying to understand why someone's trying to sow seeds of deception into this group.
That I don't know.
See, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange.
So it's
Anyways,
probably around
Where's
this
the next
point
adventure go?
that Sheen just says, "All right, look, there's no point in fighting amongst ourselves.
No, I agree. This
They're-
one's the one that started it.
They have already made the agreement, and if you are suspicious about his intentions, you can always make sure that he makes good on his promise."
Naturally.
And I'm totally fine with that.
By the way, the son is appreciative that you're looking out for him.
So at the moment,
And I can
For what
He
it's
knows
worth.
that was a vicious bear that you
we
took out.
should
Well,
be.
well, no, the son is like kind of like happy that somebody's worried about him getting ripped off.
Yeah,
We should concentrate on preparing to leave.
I agree.
I
We
have.
should probably rest for the evening first.
Yeah.
Totally.
Love you, Sean.
Before we rest, I do want to visit the. Let's see. I guess.
The temple.
What's his name again?
Oh, Nevian?
Nevian. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
never.
do want to visit
Pull
Nevian
up.
one more time before we
Okay.
retire.
Well, the only thing I can say is that, funny enough, you do get a spark of inspiration, something that you want to build, something that you want to put together, that you think can help you in battle.
Did you say anything to my character?
But you're almost positive it's not going to work at this smithery here. That you do need to go to Provisi and convince them to let you borrow theirs to put it together. And most of y'all here suddenly feel like y'all have extra business to do to turn to. You in particular, you're thinking about your crew. You're thinking about your teammates. Stealthy, the one who's great at sneak attacks, many magic users, one that can enhance his blade. You look at yourself and you're like, I just swing a sword. I need to do something better than swing a sword. I need to figure out certain skills that can give me a leg up on the rest of these enemies, or against towards the enemies. And that's when for the longest time, you were attempting to train in these techniques. Your character thinks that's probably a good idea, that while everybody takes a day off, that you finally perfect those techniques.
Cool.
So your character, if you're willing, goes to the field and starts training.
Sounds good to me.
You,
Did the whole berserk.
likewise,
There you go.
have been trying hard every night to channel this ability that you've been taught since you were a kid. Never able to master it. But after these rigorous adventures and a means of strengthening your mind, you think that you can do it. But it's going to take focus. It's going to take pulling out that inner strength that you had to dive into multiple times against the goblins in the shadows to bring out. So, knowing this,
Definitely pick those up.
On the way out of here.
knowing this, y'all know that both Kent and a lad retire to separate parts of the town to train, to focus, to get together what they need to get together. Julio, you get a message in your head that states, I finally found you. The one that damn woman sent in feminine voice. That damn woman had me look for you all over this blasted country. And you're in this backwater island.
Who are you?
Come to the cave where you took care of those despicable goblins. We need to talk.
That sounds suspicious.
Only he can hear the voice. None of you can. And Cannon,
I will bid Ricard farewell.
Good as silver.
And I'll leave.
he nods,
Damn good.
and you leave.
Should I get it?
Cannon,
I mean, couldn't hurt. What's up?
at the moment, 3 of your teammates have their own business to deal with, but you need to make it to that town for Nevian. I'm assuming
That's
Abigail
right.
volunteers to come with,
Sure.
because she has business in Kurugasian. Does anybody else volunteer to accompany him into town?
Anyone else going to Peru to see him?
I'll go.
You notice you have a little girl that you want to talk to.
I thought we were bypassing
Do you want to?
it.
You
No, I'll
don't?
do it.
It's up to you. It's your character.
Is she still not talking to anybody though?
Oh, she's blank faced in a corner, shivering.
Okay. So I will go up to her and then like just kneel down so I'm like at her level as she's towering.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name? Stevie or something like that?
Steena.
You know, I was thinking of sugar.
You kind
I was
of
gonna say.
see her sort of turn towards you, still somewhat pale face, but you're an Azamar. You could give off this angelic presence that you see her sort of calm and color come back into her complexion. Yes,
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Well, you don't have to go back to that house. We're gonna take care of that for you. We have the deed, my friend. I bring her in with me. We're gonna make sure, you know, nobody suspiciously steals from you or whatever. We'll make sure that you get the money for the house or what it's worth.
None of that matters. It's just me and my brother left. All everybody else in their family's gone, and I don't know why the gods cursed us to go through such trying times.
I understand that completely. I don't know why the gods do that either, but you have to be strong.
My granddad took such good care of us, only to meet that kind of fate.
Did he ever do anything to you?
Treated me so well. He always said that family needs to look out for each other. And after we lost our father and our mother, he was all I had, all me and my brother had left.
So where are y'all two gonna go now? Do they have somewhere to stay?
Depending on earshot, you do hear the innkeep say she's welcome to stay with us for as long as she needs. So, and reacting to that, she's like, this is a very close-knit community. I don't want to leave. I just can't go back to that house. Not everything I've been through is too much.
You don't have to go back to that house. We can even bulldoze it down or do whatever. Sell it, whatever.
when he hears bulldoze, the brother just kind of turns towards your direction.
Destroy
briefly.
it.
Turns towards your direction. He says, and he was just kind of like, he whispers to Kent, who's been And he's just like, is she being serious?
I really don't know. Just met her a couple days ago. But
Please don't destroy the house. It's worth money.
I mean, the house is useless to you, dead and like destroyed, and I would very much like to sell it. So don't worry, I'll do it.
So she's just like,
I'm sure the land is just as valuable.
oh yeah, it's good farmland. That's probably where the real value in the house comes from.
But yeah, that's what I was figuring, so that's what I was saying.
But you know, the mansion itself is well made. So long as there's no demons inhabiting it.
True.
What do you propose?
Well, I mean, I know what it's like to lose family. I've lost some that are very close to me. And I've had to learn how to protect myself and be strong. And eventually I'm going to have to learn how to trust others. So that's what you're going to have to learn too.
I trust my brother. It's just he's so
Naive,
thick-headed.
stubborn.
He always sees things his way. And
He is older, right?
yeah, he is the older sibling.
Okay. Yeah, but he does have your interest in mind. He wants both of you to be safe and taken care of. So, unfortunately, you probably will have to listen to him.
Okay. Okay.
And then she pulls out this little locket, kind of silver necklace thing.
She kind of looks at that.
I want to give this to you. You can wear it. It'll protect you. It's just something to kind of give your mind a boost. See? It's encrusted with dogs. I'm just kidding.
They call some borking.
It's a working chain.
Is the chain of borking?
The smallest thing.
She just takes it and she's like, it's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Whenever you feel alone, just hold on to it and just pray, and hopefully it'll bring you strength.
You actually hear a voice in your head. Don't tell her to pray. What are you nuts there?
This is for her, not
You say that out loud?
and then my head.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Y'all, I've been so. I know I've been over here on my corner most of the time, you know, staying away from y'all, but I've noticed the kindness that y'all have shown us, and thank you. And she embraces you, gives you a hug,
She hugs her back.
you know, motherly instinct.
She rubs her head.
She starts crying. Just lets it loose.
You want to cry?
Penelope actually volunteers to go back to Karuvasian with you two, if anything, so she can swing by the temple to, I guess, maybe visit one more time, tell them about the successful mission and all that.
Is she cleric of Heronius?
She's a cleric to Deo, which you do know is an allied god of Heronius. Do you want to go with them, Sean, back to Karuvasian? Do you have anything else better to do?
I'll go with them, but
Okay. So you, Penelope, you. I think you volunteered to go up there with them, right? Do you
You
know
want
what
to go
you're...
with us? Because I
All
drag
right.
her with me. She's my
You
friend.
you do know that it's probably good to go with a group because while the trip up there and back has always been relatively safe, so you know goblins exist. So
at this point, I'm not really worried about the group. They're fine.
all right.
See?
So-
See? You wonder why we doubt you.
Oh, wow.
Moving on to
That was out of character.
no.
I did that in character.
Oh.
Oh,
Add another one to your list.
you just made the list.
You just.
So you all start making your way apart for y'all's own separate training as y'all gather up and go, and as y'all go in a group. Cannon, you also get a message by a feminine voice. But unlike Julio's, you recognize this one. One that you haven't heard since you left the Feywilds. Brother, I'm just checking in. It's been... How long has it been since you left?
Too long. Why are you
No, that's me asking.
Oh.
How long has it been since we left?
It's probably been a while.
A couple of years, or
let's go with. Let's see. Let's go 3 years.
it's been 3 years. This is technically a spending success, so I gotta do this correctly. So, it's been 3 years. We'll start with that.
It's been a while.
I know that you may be unhappy with me, but I just need to know you are safe.
Let's see. So, yeah, he'll think about it for a little bit and respond. Let's see. I'm alive, if that's what you're interested in knowing.
So cold, but I guess that's just your nature. Please understand, I did not want that to happen. And I am going to use my influence to help you. It's hard to make things sound natural.
Yeah, when you're trying to count it out ahead of time.
At least take solace in that. Everybody has that problem.
Go ahead. I'm curious to see what will happen.
I sense baggage.
Oh, Jesus, nobody in this group has baggage. What are you talking about?
How many? It's 25 words?
25 words. If you have more to say, by all means.
Don't try too hard.
Dang.
Cold.
Cold as ice. See what I did there?
So, yeah, as y'all are walking, you just see you see a scene at certain moments while y'all are making conversation, just suddenly just pause, and looks like he's focusing on something. And obviously, then you'll have questions. So y'all
No,
continue.
I'm there.
Well, no, you're not actually.
no, that's right.
You, Julio, and Kanan and Alad are all
That's right.
taking care of y'all's martial
Business.
ability. So, y'all continue on. Alad, you're currently out in the fields. You're training hard, but what you want to do, you find it difficult to do with just by yourself. You suddenly turn and you see the elderly man that was originally speaking with the innkeep sitting there watching you train.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to improve my abilities.
Well, hard to do that without a sparring partner. Where's that other guy with the sword at?
I think I saw him walk off to the right.
Oh, he's on back.
Wondering what his business is there, but
No, I think he's probably scouting or something.
I'm well past my prime. But it would be an honor to be able to train with you, if you'll allow me.
Of course.
And y'all do it. This elderly man brings out this long sword. 70 years old, but somehow he can't. What he doesn't make up for in speed, in vigor, he seems to make up for in experience. Seemingly able to catch your sword swings by predicting your movements, you continue to train. Suddenly you decide you're going to try one of those new abilities on him. What do you do to him?
Don't kill the old man.
I think it's the other way around.
This is
Power
on the side
attack.
list, don't worry.
Oh,
No shit!
Parry, thrust, lunge.
Disarming attack.
Oh yeah.
You attempt to disarm his sword.
Thrust.
Yep.
Good.
Roll,
This is
roll me an
fast.
attack. Foul master, huh?
16 plus
You hit.
5.
Damn, why can't you roll that high normally?
I know, right?
What was that with the
Gotta
goblins?
make him fight more
It's
old.
What's
just a
it-
regular longsword, not a magical.
What's the DC for the save?
Oh, singer? 13.
13. You go and attempt to clip it and clip his wrist, trying to make him drop the blade, and he drops it. You stand over the blade, and he's shocked. Even in my age, I was always considered one of the best swordsmen of this country. That's not something you can do easily to me.
I'm honored.
Indeed. Wish I could have had my chance to see how I'd measure up to you in my prime.
As would I.
May I have my sword back?
Of course.
He brings up.
You snooze, you lose.
I'll continue
You
training.
should have held on to it better.
Level 12. You want to try your other technique on him.
Okay.
What technique do you try on him?
I got 2 left. The other one won't do so well with another person. How to say it? Is it riposte?
Repose?
Riposte. Riposte.
What's that do again? That's a counter, ain't it?
Yeah, when a creature misses, you get an attack.
So he attempts to swing at you. Oof.
Natural
He
20.
nicks you too. He nicks you pretty hard.
Oh yeah? What do you roll?
You rolled an 18.
Nice.
Then he attempts again. Natural 1.
Wow.
Do I even need to do my ability on this one?
So he, feeling confident about nailing you, his attacks aren't meant to harm, it's just as much as yours aren't meant to harm.
Okay.
But feeling confident that he was able to show you up, even in his old age, he allowed his bravado to get the best of him as he attempts to do a fancy maneuver of his own, only for you to duck and counterattack with your repose.
Okay. 9 plus 5. 14.
You hit.
That is.
And as you duck under, you get the sword right at his gut. But you stop briefly before cutting him down. You don't want to hurt this old man.
Of course not.
And he stands there looking at you, gobsmacked. Well, he stabs his sword to the ground. I fully admit defeat. Where did you learn these skills?
Mainly from my father. At a young age.
You're so young yourself, at least comparatively speaking.
Well, he trained me when I was a child. On our many adventures.
As is most warriors. Most that are worth their salt in combat, at least. That was wonderful. Allowed me to feel young again. But I'm afraid now you have to go back. I'm winded. But I look forward to hearing of your exploits. Make sure you have plenty.
I plan to. Thank you, sir.
And he just...
It was a true pleasure. Boy, did the whole arm grab.
Yeah, right there.
I was gonna say, what was it? What was that Schwarzenegger movie? Last Action Hero?
Oh god.
No, not that one.
Predator.
No. Oh yeah, it was Predator.
Commando?
You
It was Predator.
son of a bitch.
What's the matter with it? They got you pushing too many pencils?
So,
That was good.
Roy,
Yo.
or should I say Kent,
Yep, that's my name.
you've been traveling on your own for quite some time, but every day you regret leaving as early as you did. You never got to finish your training that to enhance a skill that you've never had the opportunity to show off before. And you sit there Same time you have always done every single night. Focusing, training your mind. And every day you fall short. Sometimes you see a glimmer, sometimes you see nothing at all. But today's the day that you're going to do it. Today's the day that you're finally going to harness that psychic energy that is so well known among your people. You look hard, you focus hard. You were trained for this. You were bred for this. And nothing's going to stop you from attaining this power in focusing, driven, suddenly, finally, for the first time in your life, you see it. That's your psionic blade.
Cool. I was like, oh, that's neat. How do I turn it off?
Ricard looks on. He saw everything.
Oh, he's there?
As far as he's concerned, you're all heroes. It was a toss up between him following one of you three, and you were the one he chose to follow.
So did I know that he was there?
What's your passive?
It's 15? 13? No, not 15. I was it was 13. Let me double check real quick. Passive.
I think it was 13.
13.
No, surprisingly enough. He was in the bushes, but then as soon as you manifest that blade, you hear a gasp. That's so cool!
How old is this guy again?
This kid?
Yeah, this kid.
He's about 7 or 8.
Cool. Oh yeah? You think so?
Yeah. Oh no, wait, it's not Ricard. It's Callan.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Ricard's the teenage son.
Right. Yeah.
No, Callan.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Yeah. How did you do that?
You know, it came to me in a dream, but I'm not entirely certain myself.
Can you teach me?
Well, I can, but it would take a very long time, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be here very much longer.
Well, you're really good at sneaking around, I noticed.
You have to be when you're in my line of work. Oh,
What are you?
can you keep a secret?
Yeah. Do you actually want to tell him?
So, once long ago in a kingdom far away, there was a greedy king that was taxing the poor people of Nottingham.
I've never heard of Nottingham.
It's a very far off land. But there was this hero, a man who stole from the rich, gave to the poor. That man was my brother. He taught me everything I know.
Gee, Will Scarlet?
He believes you.
That's a 10 on the die, so that's 16 total.
Wow. Where is Nottingham?
Oh, it's very far away. I'd say, where was it? South by south, as the crow flies.
He just looked at you confused, like, what?
The point is
That's what we were
that
saying.
any place that you go to is one step closer once you take the first. It is that much closer when you take the first step. Nottingham can only be found by the people who've been there before, but if you look hard enough, you'll find someone else who's come from there.
He literally just set up another adventure.
So you can't teach me how to make special magic blades, but can you teach me how to sneak better?
Why?
I have reasons.
What are those reasons? Not up to mischief, are you?
Well, who knows? If goblins attack, I can sneak up behind them.
You don't want to deal with goblins right now. Now, I will admit that it is fair for you to be prepared, so... Okay. What exactly would you like to learn?
Well, how to hide really, really good.
How to hide really, really good. Okay. I think I can teach you a few things. Let's see. So one of the important things is to make sure you're not wearing too many metal things. Because, clickety-clackety, you'll give yourself away real fast.
Clickety clack.
Clickety-clack.
What do you mean clank, 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 clank?
That too. The other thing, you want to maintain a good diet so you don't get, say, robust.
Wow.
You look around too in the
Don't
town.
get fat.
There's no fat people because everybody has to work hard and they don't get they
Good.
don't exactly.
Then I throw in the caveat, which looking around, it seems like everybody stays on a pretty good diet, so I think you're good on that front. Don't wear very heavy clothing. The lighter you are, the harder it's going to be for them to notice you because you'll be sneaking around so much more quietly.
Okay. But you don't have any magical abilities to just blend into shadows?
And,
That's what I've heard.
mm.
Well,
You-
not from you specifically, but from.
Oh. Man, where have you been getting around where you've been hearing these kinds of stories?
Books!
Oh, books.
I got all kinds of, daring stories about roguish individuals, not unlike your brother who helps the needy.
Yeah, good old Robin. Let's see. Where exactly do you procure find these books?
Every now and then, Sven, the elderly man that you met, brings stuff from his travels, and he gives them to, all the kids for us to read and enjoy.
I'll have to pay Sven a visit.
Sven's probably taking a nap now.
Yeah, probably. After the ass kicking he just got. So, the last piece of advice I can give you is wherever it is you're planning on sneaking around, because it's always good to plan this stuff out, be sure to dress accordingly. If you're planning on sneaking in the bushes like you were doing just now, I advise wearing a little more green.
Does that mean no big fancy hats like you're wearing?
Oh, no. Actually, the truth is that this hat is very, very special. Not very many rogues wear headwear like this, but this one's been with me for a long time.
Can I see it?
Wow.
You may look, but not touch.
Fair enough. And moving on, and you continue your training with him. We're going to move on to Julio. So, your order, the Burning Blades. You were told that when the time was right, you yourself would dial back a bit. You were told that someday you would hit a point to where you would need extra help going forward, and that you would need to seek a patron. I forgot her name. My fucking name. Your trainer Kiara said that she would set into motion these patrons to come and visit each and every single one of you and your friends, your comrades that train together, based on your personalities, based on certain, what's the word I'm thinking of? How well they would mix with you.
Yeah.
You think is today finally the day where you finally make your pack to gain that power necessary. You make it across the village, carefully looking to make sure that you're not followed. Not sure what to expect. You've heard, you spoke with her many times, and you know firsthand that her pack ended up being with a fiend. but she forbade the idea of any of y'all going down such a dark path.
Right. I
Which-
recall that.
You were the most interested in that idea. If you need power, why not ask something that's willing to give you the most? So for that, she thought to herself, still not a fiend, but she would give you somebody who's willing to give you power that you searched for. And as you look in there, and as you go into the mines, you continue through the first room where you fought off the goblins to the ambush, the next room where you first faced Nilbog, finally to the room where you first met the prince. And in that room, you see a woman stroking the hair of a familiar halfling who was sent there some time ago to investigate the area, Gerono. And she looks onto you. Vibrant red hair, skin as pale as the moon. I had no other place to meet up with you except for here. And to my shock, you weren't here at night. So I had to wait here all bloody night for you.
I had no reason to be here at night. What are you doing with him?
Nothing. He was here investigating y'all's handiwork, and she kicked one of the goblin's corpses. And I just had to do what I could to make sure he didn't spill the beans about my existence. And you see her whisper into his ear. Roman perception.
And his head explodes.
Not good.
No, it was an 11 on the die.
Okay.
13.
13.
Yeah.
You catch a bit of what she said, telling him to return, something along the lines of return to town, forget what you saw here, before she pushes him forward, and you see Gerono kind of...
Does he look scared?
No, he looks... Roll me insight. Or, better yet, Arcana if you want.
Not 20. So,
Doesn't matter. He looks charmed.
does he run past me?
No. He sort of walks by, sort of in a daze. And he turns towards you. Oh, Kanan. Good to see you.
I grab his cheek
Mm-hmm.
and I turn his head. I check both sides of his neck.
Nothing.
Go straight to the village. Don't wander in caves. Don't trust strange, beautiful women.
I don't know exactly what that means. What strange, beautiful woman?
Go on, Bruno.
And he just continues off.
Can I tell what she is? Just by looking at her?
Oh, yeah. And you can tell she's an ancient one, too.
Oh.
Fuck. Well, I'm glad you didn't bite him.
Well, I'm here to make a pact with you, and, feeding on one of your patrons probably would not be the best first impression.
How did you meet Kara?
It was some time ago. She wanted to make connections with some of the strongest otherworldly beings that she could. Some were pretty easy. Archfey, Titania was very eager to help her out. Likewise, she found the Celestial. She found a creature from the depths of the ocean, and a creature from the negative plane of existence. And I forgot what it was called. The Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
But then she approached me. She made a very interesting point too. You humans, y'all are in this new age of peace going on. It makes people such as myself much more difficult to feed without growing concerns of enemies. So I figured, instead of having to worry about a constant concern of my castle being invaded by a bunch of pissed off ants, that individually I could crush, but as a whole are a lot more complex to deal with. I have a certain deal from her.
Which is?
You become my new source of nourishment when I need it. In exchange, I give you the power that you need to slay these creatures that you kill for a living.
So I let you feed on me, and you give me power.
Now, I can't solely feed on you, with respect. You wouldn't be able to keep me fully nourished, but in the events to where I don't find certain individuals that are, I can't believe I'm saying this, okay to feed on, you would become my emergency rations. You'd give yourself to me, no questions asked.
What could
For that
possibly
night.
go wrong?
For that night. So in other words, Kira made a deal with you. You don't feed on the innocent. And you get to feed on me when you need to. And we don't kill you.
Luckily for me, I may do with a few goblins that y'all missed.
That's perfectly fine.
But yes, effectively speaking, you're my blood bank.
I suppose
And if I need to make an emergency withdrawal, I come to you.
I'll serve two evils then. Fine. What's your name?
Hell yeah.
Fitting.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is an old character I made.
Fitting.
Do we have an accord?
She's a vampire.
How long have you been alive,
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah?
Makes sense. Totally.
Not only that, but an angel.
Let's put it this way. I remember when the humans weren't at war and were just putting together their kingdoms.
It must have been a very long time now. Alright.
You don't ask a lady her age.
If Kira is alright with this, this is the deal that you and her made.
Well, she has to say you'll have to be alright for it. She said that out of all of them, you were probably the only one that could stomach the idea.
I may have the same blood that you do, but I made a pact with the vow myself. So we both have to do things that we don't like.
Do we have an accord?
We do.
Then bare your neck.
Can we do this a different way? I'd rather not show proof. Now,
Fine.
remove my gauntlets. I'll take a blade and I'll just cut my vein.
Okay.
And I'll let her drink from that.
Not only does she drink from it, she does a similar thing and she bites into her wrist after she's done feeding on you and says for the pact to be done for you to feed on her. You look like you can use it.
Are you technically an undead now?
Will be if you try.
Oh, is that the voice I hear?
No.
Oh, she
well,
says that?
She says that. Don't worry. The voice is going to have his opinions.
I reluctantly and slowly take her wrist and I drink.
And with that, the pact's done. You're now a profane soul of the undead.
I spit out the rest.
Oh, that was good.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll come to enjoy it someday.
Never.
And you see her fade into mist, going through the cracks of the
Could've told
cave.
her no. Yeah, seriously, man.
You wanted to be a vampire hunter? Yeah, I told you.
And the voice in your head says, "Ooh, I like her."
You would.
Well, it's about time you start associating others with others
Enough.
from that.
I I'll
you
never
get out.
associate with
Do
him.
more stuff.
Could have fooled me.
You're a real bastard, you know that.
No, the more you feed, the less you'll hear from me.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you go out and make more demonic packs every like?
Yeah, right.
You should really get out more on the weekends.
And it is
Hey, are
tasty.
you a demon? Let's make a deal.
You never tasted something so pure, so decadent.
I've always found deer to be a better option.
Okay, brother.
Not cow. Wow.
On the bright side, that should keep you well fed for a little while.
No, the only reason I did it is because I need power.
That's what they all say. Hey,
He
actually,
actually does register.
spoken like a true creature of the night.
Damn you. Alright, that's enough. Heard enough of you for
I
today.
know, right?
Okay. Our
I
travel.
will make my way back.
Quick question. Out of game. Does he register as undead if I sense evil?
I'm not undead.
He's not undead.
Yeah, most character
Okay, I was
options
just
like
wondering.
that don't make you classify as undead at the get-go. Maybe later down the line.
Oh, okay.
So, to our traveling group of companions, y'all eventually make it back to Karuvas Inn, where Penelope herself excuses herself. Says, "If you don't mind, I'd wish to go back to my temple and pray to Reu. Tell High Priest Carlvin how well that mission went, and I'll see y'all. Are y'all gonna be here all night, or?
I'll actually go with you.
No. Oh, this is
Oh,
this is
crap.
splendid. I heard that you're a paladin. Who are you a
That's the
paladin
last
of?
time we heard from him.
Scadios.
Let's not talk about that in front of Nick's company.
I meant to grab something else and throw it down and then grab the fucking dice.
What do you mean mixed company?
Okay, well, sure. I could use the company and just don't hurt me.
Well, maybe I should talk about just
No,
sure.
you actually know exactly why you're there.
You got a mission.
And
mission.
you excuse yourself,
That's
and
it. Yep.
you have this group of raw materials that you've been keeping with you for some time, hoping to have something to use it for, and you actually walk in. There's the into the armor, into the smithy, where Kelback, the gentleman that the young man that was serving y'all before, sees you, and he's like, and recognizes you. Oh, you're with that other group.
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, what brings you over?
I was wondering if the blacksmith is still here.
Yes, as a matter of fact. Selva, one of the travelers that were here yesterday wishes to speak with you. Selva comes in. Again, same thing as before, this big, burly, strong-looking woman, looking like she's in her late 40s, early 50s, steps in, and she's like, "Hi, what can I help you with, lass?"
Hi, I was wondering if I can borrow your forge a little bit. I have an inspiration to craft something.
You want to borrow my forge?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, look at you! And she just slaps the shit out of your back. Yeah, very rarely do I ever see women going into the forging business. Were you inspired by that great smith as well?
Yes.
Roll deception. Because the great smith. Well, you know what? You could have been inspired by the great smith. But roll knowledge history to know if you even heard of it. You can do it for free. Just roll decent. Nope. That doesn't matter. And she puts her arm, and she, of course, I'm interested in seeing what you have to make. What is it? What do you want to forge? How do you want to make it look? Because you know what this is.
Yeah, my my steel defender.
Yeah.
Is that one bad?
Honestly, I have two ideas in my head right now. One of them I use like a fade of Alphonse from Brotherhood,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of style.
Alphonse, like a living piece of armor.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't a goose, to be honest.
Huh?
I'm surprised you didn't choose a goose, to be honest.
It crossed my mind.
I fully expected a big, giant mechanical goose to be running around.
Oh no, the highest it can go is a medium-sized creature.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, still, there'd still be a big goose if it's medium size.
Geese are scary.
You know what? I want to make a goose, but it has like, yeah.
You can make it look at whatever you want. I mean, functionally, it will all be the same, but you can make it look like whatever you want. You can pick alphonse, you can pick a goose, you could fucking make it look like fucking King Cornflower for some fucking reason, even though he'd probably be like flattering but creepy.
That's great. You know what? Let's go with the goose for now.
So you start working on it, and she's seeing how complex this is. She offers them a hand. The fact is that you're a female smith just like her. She's the only female smith on this island.
Oh.
She's also considered one of the best. Do you accept her help?
Yes. I can learn from the best.
She's more than willing to teach you. So y'all go through it. Just going at it. Burn, say, melting it, reforging it, putting it back together. She's looking at this looking at this, and it's like, this is more than just a weapon or a suit of armor, isn't it?
It's
It's a something.
it's special. Once this all together, I tell you how it works.
Where did you learn these techniques from? These are advanced techniques for somebody as young as you.
Story for another time.
Oh, well, fine, keep your secrets, whatever. And she just keeps going and helps you, and just helps continue on. Before you know it, you'll suddenly have this big, because it's still a human-sized goose is, I'm pretty sure everybody here would agree would be a big fucking goose.
Now, are you making it anatomically correct? You know the scary thing about geese? They have teeth on their tongues. Yeah.
So
weird.
before you know it, you're standing you're standing face to face with your new goose defender. What are you naming it?
Kazooie.
Your other goose just stands right next to it. Your real goose, almost like a point-by-point recreation.
Rooster.
Thing one, thing two.
The goose's name is Footloose.
Oh yeah.
So
What's
call
another-
the other one Fancy Free.
Wow.
I was gonna say, what's another Kevin Bacon movie?
Tremors. Maybe
Tremors,
Tremors?
yeah. Tremors.
That just sounds like a pretty good name, actually.
You can call it Stumpy.
What
Why?
was that pedophile movie he was in?
You
The
could call it
Woodman or
Silva.
something, or The Woods?
The Quackinator.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You call him Balta.
Call him
Who's in
Mr.
Balto?
Echoes.
I can't think of a name right now.
Well,
Yeah,
either way, mighty fine work.
The movie.
Thank you, man.
Like
Again,
the
I'm-
movie.
Really?
Just call him Bacon.
You showed her some techniques, but she was also very interested in learning some of yours, Chris.
Interaction.
Always wondered if
You
it's
didn't,
possible.
even if you weren't willing to give the sources, y'all taught each other, learned, and she's just kind of like,
Cool.
it was a mighty fine afternoon.
Yes, it was.
Hey boy,
It wasn't a scary movie.
close the shop.
No, it wasn't
I want to have a
scary,
drink with you.
but I mean, if you
Sure.
had that done, you'd be scared.
So they close the shop for the night,
Yeah.
and she brings out this special brew. Been saving this for a while. Dwarven stout.
Dwarven, you say?
Hard to come by in these parts.
Aye.
But considering this a mighty hard piece of work, I was gonna save this for possibly with that exile that was coming to town.
Exile.
Yeah. Well, you would know this automatically. You know that in dwarven culture, the only two types of dwarves are ever seen outside of the great cities: traders or exiles. The exiles are basically dwarves that, instead of being imprisoned, are kicked out of their homes for a set period of time, usually ranging from varying degrees. And for that time, they're not considered dwarves by society. They're not meant to be associated by the traders, and they have to figure out to make do until they're allowed back into their homes. They're known as the exiles.
And when is the exile coming here?
Well, this town was looking for new workers after a bunch of goblins put down a lot of theirs. she's coming in. I heard it was a she. With a few workers to make ends meet here. One of those small villages. I heard they recently had their cave cleared out by a group of adventurers.
Yeah. You don't say.
Oh yeah. Honestly, was it chill? Now that I think about it, y'all certainly do look like a bunch of folks from around here.
Yes, that was me and my
Oh. Good on you.
acquaintances.
Good on you. And to be honest, I get quite a bit of my raw materials from that same cave, so you saved my ass as well.
Oh, no problem.
Toast.
Oops. And but I'm just gonna let my kid talk to the blacksmith and tell about a little bit of the story.
Yeah, you can tell her whatever you feel comfortable telling her, whatever you don't feel comfortable telling her. You know, she'll tell you her stories about how she came, the way she was, how many asses she needed to kick because for being discriminated against.
I don't like her.
Y'all didn't like her much at first.
Well, I mean, you know,
I liked her well enough.
She's cool.
But and yeah, moving on. We got. We'll do. What are y'all two doing?
I want to
Currently.
my stupid defendant
Are
after
we
that.
with him?
Name it.
You're gonna stick with him. Okay.
I wouldn't name it.
Silas and Penelope are going to the Temple of Reu, while
that's a good idea.
while
You said
Well,
maybe
it's-
that's not such a good idea.
I said, are you sure that's a good idea?
I'm not telling them what to do. And then Asheen, you make your way up to the castle with
He's got both of us.
your comrades in hand, both Kazea and Taisha. And look at you. Look at you.
He's the less threatening of the group.
Jet, what?
No.
Jet makes a return. Anyways, and
So he could do
this time you don't have the tax collector with you, so you're stopped at the gate. What's your business?
I'm here to see Nevian. There is a minor matter I must see to before we go off and perform the duty that he sent us off on. Has tasked us with.
Well, we don't know nothing about no duty that they tasked you with. I guess one up to another or something.
Right. It's adventure business. It's nothing too pressing, but if you can squeeze me in sometime soon, that would be preferable.
You see one of the guards. I'll go talk to Nevian about it. You see him go off. He comes back. He says he'll be willing to see you, and they let you in.
Well, thank you.
And you make your way up. You're actually guided because you've never been farther than the audience chamber to this point. You're actually guided to one of the towers of the castle, up a flight of stairs, and at the very top, you open up and you see Nevian reading a book with his aforementioned private collection before he closes, and he says, "Machine,
Greetings, Nevian.
greetings. What can I help you with?"
Well, it seems that our previous battles have made me realize that there are a few spells that I'm lacking that I'll need before we can head out and perform the duties that that we have been requested of. Is there any chance that you would be willing to share any of that knowledge?
Well, wizards.
I do have gold in which I can pay for your the inconvenience of you sharing that with me.
That might not necessarily be necessary. That might not be necessary depending on what you're asking for. What spells are you looking for in particular?
Mage armor to start with.
Oh, very bread and butter spell. I'm surprised you don't have it.
I was not expecting to be overwhelmed like I have been. But I figured that would be a good spell to have in my arsenal.
Alrighty. Well, do you have the necessary ink to subscribe it? It's going to be 50 gold pieces.
I made sure to bring some on the way before I came here.
I don't see why I can't let you just have it. It's a low-level spell, and I want to make sure that if you're going to succeed this mission, that you'd be well protected. Fine. Just don't look too much into my spell list if it's all the same to you. I like my privacy.
I understand.
Alrighty. So if you have the 50 gold to pay,
Yep.
I believe that's.
Yeah, it's 50 gold for a level 1 spell.
Yeah, I was looking into that the other day when you were talking to me about it. Cool.
It'll take about an hour to subscribe.
While you're focusing on subscribing it, writing it down, he turns towards you two, and you two are gifted with the arcane arts.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Are you wizards yourselves?
No.
How do you bring about your magical abilities?
I'm a sorceress.
You were born with it.
Yes.
It was Maybelline. No, it was Maybelline.
Tell me, do you know where your arcane heritage comes from?
No.
Certainly.
We're both orphans.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I like it.
You're a sorceress as well, or
Warlock.
a warlock? Who would you make a pact with?
I can't divulge that information. He's very secretive.
He.
The Cookie Monster.
Could be.
It's Elmo.
I'm intrigued, but as one who enjoys
Leave Elmo alone.
his secrets and his privacy, I will respect yours.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, wizard, a sorcerer, a warlock. Fascinating. It's a lot of arcane flexibility there. What brought you three together?
Basically a mission, right?
Well, nothing.
We need
I know why we hired you all, of course, but you did come to us as a group.
Nothing brings a group together like a crisis.
I would agree with that.
Our inn was attacked by goblins.
Yes, I remember that was the first time y'all ever met. Y'all didn't come here with the intention of dealing with those goblins.
Not really.
No.
A happy accident in some ways. Y'all saved the town and thus most of the country from an iron crisis. Something that we hold in high, that we make a lot of use of. And now you're working for a king.
You've come a long way.
Still, funny how the fates work.
Indeed.
I can't speak for the rest of y'all, but it's rare to have even an individual with an arcane capability come across this island, much less three with very different backgrounds, very different ways of attaining it. I'm wondering if this is fate.
Could be.
Fate is a fickle thing,
It's a coverall.
but it does seem to be persistent.
Well, the one thing is that I hope you take care of each other. I think there was a purpose for y'all coming together, and it wasn't just to kill a bunch of goblins.
Perhaps.
Moving on, probably to the part everybody's looking forward to.
Uh-oh.
Penelope and Silas make it up to the Temple of Rave. Penelope walks up to one of them, requests to see High Priest Carlvin, who approaches her and sees you, Silas. You actually recognize this man.
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
He wasn't...
I bet I do.
Nobody you ever personally interacted with. But as he turns, ready to greet Penelope with open arms, he turns and looks at you, and his face suddenly goes pale. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came to bid hello to the wonderful clerics and to get your blessing.
Surprised that you would want anybody's blessing.
Oh, come on now.
Are you
You're
here
too
to-
harsh.
Are you here to finally cleanse away all those sins and mischief that you put upon my my brother those many years ago?
Oh, it's personal.
You know what I hear? When.
Does he say that in character?
Yeah.
It's one of Sean's characters. Oh yeah, he says it in character.
Only took us 6 episodes to get there.
There we
That's a
go.
That's
There
gotta be
goes
a
the
record.
paladin.
Penelope kind of looks up to him, looks up back at Silas, and I'm sorry, am I missing anything? Why did you come with this man? He was part of the group that you allowed me to come with.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there.
What?
Oh yeah, he wasn't there. Uh-oh.
There's a reason I wanted to come with her. Hopefully I get her kicked out.
Did you say that in character?
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow.
His
What?
true motive for coming.
So, what is your business here?
Someone felt threatened.
Are you serious? Is that the GM asking?
No, that's the head priest.
Oh no, I'm just here to take in the sights,
Mm-hmm.
talk with the people,
Mm-hmm.
find out what it's like in their little.
You know you're wanted
lives.
back at the Temple of Heronius, right?
Wanted?
Wanted. You defiled a shrine, pranked the head priest and the head paladin, and just disappeared afterwards.
I did not just disappear. I was kicked out.
Oh no, you were kicked out, and you were about to be arrested.
Who wants to stick around for that?
Yeah, seriously. Who wants to stick around for that? Tell you what. Why don't you send an owl to good old Papa Palps and tell him I'm alive and well?
Man.
Well, he says.
Wow.
The well part.
Shit just went south, yo.
Oh.
We're gonna be hunted by paladins.
Penelope was onto something, man.
Oh, yeah. You know, just another day. Just another one of our
He was giving the
campaigns.
road crap?
Yeah. Yeah, what was up with that?
No
You
shit.
get the road crap, but like you defiled the shrine? I've got to know now what how you defiled it.
I didn't defile
That's all out of character, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't defile the shrine out of character. They're just saying I defiled it.
That's what
Right.
they all say.
So
have
I
proof.
introduced a little bit of pig's blood. So what?
Oh my god.
Wow.
So I had an orgy in the temple.
What? Did you
Big
paint
deal.
Did you paint a pentagram while you were at it?
Right there.
Penelope,
Alpha zombie apocalypse.
Penelope, if you need a rest here for the night,
It's not a party unless you're decorating it with pentagrams.
He wrote a symbol to Asmodeus.
You know, the problem with the party is it's not the rogue, it's your ass.
That's
Right?
why he was trying to throw it
That's
on
why he
down.
was trying to throw shade on me.
That's
Oh.
smart.
He's trying to cover his ass.
Actually, it actually is pretty smart.
Oh shit! It's
Goddamn.
like it's like if I make him out to be a worse person than me, then
Man.
So-
yeah, exactly. Man. Shit. And here I thought Sean was just doing his usual shtick.
nope. Penelope, you're welcome to stay here.
He's
but
playing the true rogue over here.
I'm afraid I'm gonna need to
It's
ask
a
you.
deep fake.
Wow.
He thinks he's a rogue. I'm the real rogue.
Right? That's the twist,
This
by the
is
way,
why
guys.
he's not the cleric.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm looking up cleric skills at the moment just in case.
Really?
Yeah,
That's-
Penelope's gonna need something
That's
here.
the twist of the campaign, guys. He and I are actually each other's classes. We're just pretending.
No shit.
Surprise!
So, Penelope, if you need a rest here for the night, you're more than welcome to. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Getting kicked out.
Again.
So let me understand this. You're kicking me out
And
again?
I would like for you to go peacefully.
Peacefully.
I don't remember stuttering.
You can always get arrested.
Yeah, I could. How well guarded are they? Just wondered.
Well, you do know that this is basically a training site, but there are a handful of city guards patrolling the area. But you also know firsthand how dangerous clerics can be if you pit, because you trained alongside them. Maybe not as a cleric, but you definitely know that guiding bolt hurts like a bitch.
Speaking from experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I realize that. Are there any other guards, like clerics, besides the headmaster?
You see the headmaster, and you do see a few others. Like you're assuming when you look at the temple's not even finished yet.
Okay, well, I just want to know,
Mhm.
like, real quick. Is Penelope walking inside?
She's kind of standing there, kind of nervous, not knowing what's going on.
Are there any other, like, younger-ish?
Yeah, you would say that there's plenty of like trainees doing like odd jobs here and there.
I'm just gonna shout out, you better watch out for this one, and I point to the headmaster while flipping him off and taking it off.
Wow. What's your alignment again? I feel like we asked that
You actually
every
have no
single
clue.
campaign, but
I like how he announced it not at the beginning. As a lawful good character, should I be concerned?
I'm not a lawful good character.
I know, but that's what you said at the start.
I know.
I mean, trust me, if you were lawful anything, you're not anymore.
Yeah, I realize that. Thank you.
So yeah, as you're walking away, he's like, "Come, Penelope, we need to talk."
Why are you hanging out with this lizard?
Yeah, I did. Like, I hope I get her kicked out.
why?
Wow.
She was terrible to me.
What is she even doing?
She found you
She
out.
found me out. She must.
She's a threat.
That's right. You know why?
Slightly
Believe him.
suspicious.
She's a better paladin than him. A better healer.
She's a cleric.
She's
Exactly.
She was slightly suspicious of him, and suddenly she's a terrible person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's a terrible person. I'm saying she needed to go.
Oh, okay. That's better.
She goes and lives out on that quest. Damn.
So she's more lawful than you, and she's a better cleric than you, is what you're saying.
She's basically the go-go in this game.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, you know,
If she
seriously, if she is the go-go, then she needs to be taken care of right
She
Let
now.
me put it this way:
Yeah,
if
you
she
missed
did,
it.
Damn, you're
If-
supposed to be the good guy.
yeah, you should see most of Sean's characters,
I know.
but
Yeah, they all follow it.
but here's the thing:
That's why I was
If-
like,
she's not as bad as Go-Go,
Check
but
it
if
right
you
now,
did
too.
start randomly killing people, she would step in to stop you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill multiple people.
I know.
No,
I'm
she
just
knows.
saying she's not as bad as
Anyway.
Go-Go in that regard. Matter of fact, if anything, she hates being confrontational.
Gogo doesn't really like it either, but he's
Quick
gonna
question.
stand by the law.
How many hours do I have until nighttime?
Right.
Y'all
No matter how many
did,
bitches I got
y'all were
up
able to
there.
complete the other mission before midday. It would have been about a 2-hour trek. I would say, like, y'all probably split off around noon, and it'd be about a 2-hour trek for y'all to get to the castle town,
Okay.
and maybe, so about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, let's say.
Does the high priest live in the temple?
Yes, he does. Buckle in, folks.
Oh, I'm not there.
I mean, I'm ready.
How are you ready? You're back at the end.
No, I'm ready to see what happens.
Oh.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta get
Out
the
of
popcorn
character.
ready.
Out of character.
Everybody gets to see what Sean's all about on stream.
Yeah. Get to see Sean's
About time. It only took 6
Typical.
seconds to got there.
typical
Hey,
role play.
Hey,
You're improving. Don't worry. You're getting
Danny,
there
please
quicker
tell
and
me you're
quicker.
looking up his
wow.
horoscope.
Wow.
Yep, that's why he's evil.
It's written in the stars. That Silas is doomed to
Stars.
be evil.
Sean will be ornery tonight.
So Sean, you walk away, and most of y'all cover y'all's business as per usual. What do you do? What do you do? Tell me.
Oh, he's gonna tell you, all right.
Yeah.
Get him, Sean.
He's gonna tell me off.
Well, I don't know if I want everyone else to know. Should I just text you?
Text me if you want. If it's anything hush, you want to keep hush hush.
It's not like super hush hush. I'm just gonna. Is there anywhere I could get a backpack in this town?
Yeah, sure. General goods store. The same matter of fact, the same store that sold y'all the, not the one that sold y'all the ring. That was the jewelry store, but the one where he got his.
I get a backpack.
Yeah, you got a backpack.
Okay, cool.
Like I think what, like 1 silver, I think.
All right, so I get a backpack. 50 feet of rope.
There's the rope.
Here we go. So here's my question while he's setting this up for everybody else. Takes you about an hour, making it about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do y'all stick around in the town, or do y'all make it back to the village?
You wanna go back to the village?
Is it saying interesting things?
Aw,
Oh.
just looking at transit.
Are you talking about everybody or just them?
Just them, because y'all are already back in the village. And same thing for you.
Yeah, I
it would
think
take
we can
you.
do that.
It would take you probably about a good. It should probably take you longer than a fucking hour to build that thing, but I'm gonna say with the help of him, and they'll even rope the kid into it, it'd take y'all about an hour. So like, matter of fact, y'all probably see Silas going around town buying supplies and shit, and just meet up on the streets, assuming that you don't just stay in Nevian's room for longer than what you need.
Nah,
Oh, they actually see him?
They probably see you if you're in town buying supplies.
Oh yeah.
It's bigger than most of the villages, but it's still not huge by comparison.
Is there whipped cream? Just wondering.
there's
You want
butter.
whipped cream?
What?
Yeah, sure. If you go to like a bakery or something, they'll have whipped cream for you.
Okay, so I want like one of those squirty bags.
Piping bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. A silver for the whipped cream and squirty bags.
This is about to get suggestive.
Squirty bag.
Very.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Pretty good at doing
Oh dear.
Okay. Whipped cream and a squirty bag.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to know.
So y'all see him with the new backpack, 50 feet of rope, and a squirty and a bag of whipped cream. Reactions.
He's a baker.
What do you plan to do with all of that?
Just as straight face as I can, because Sean, the person, can't. It's a very complex ritual.
Requires focus.
What
Sheer
tradition?
fucking will.
And he just goes over and like points to the bag of like whipped cream. He's like, what tradition uses this as a spell component?
Oh, no tradition. It's actually something I just thought of. But I think it would add a little special something to the ritual.
Right. I see.
Don't even need a roll.
Like, what the fuck do you need insight for?
He's a fucking wizard. He probably knows more about that kind of shit than
Yeah,
anybody
he
else.
does.
He's probably just kind of like.
I cast detect bullshit.
Well, you enjoy yourself.
Oh, I will. Good to know. If you hear someone screaming, just ignore it.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
How is it a
Hear
ritual?
someone screaming?
It
Is
depends
this
on
going
what
to
kind
involve sacrifice?
No, not at all. No ritual animal sacrifices of any kind.
You don't.
Is this that
I
kinky
mean, I
stuff
didn't
they've been
necessarily
talking
say
about?
animal. Could be a person.
Is this kinky stuff that they've been talking about?
Oh no.
No?
No, you'll find out.
Man,
I don't
okay.
know if I want to find out.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so-
Why would there be
I
screaming
told you he's
involved?
suspicious.
You'll see later on. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
It's cool, man. Calm down. Jesus.
What?
So, and assuming that y'all leave him to his own devices, do y'all decide to go back to the village, or do y'all decide to stick around? Knowing what y'all
I'm going to
after that particular
shadow this guy
You're gonna shadow him.
and make sure I don't hear any screaming.
Cool. So, stealth check, or are you just making it blatant? Like you're just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother to stealth. I'm just, yeah, basically just obvious, not obvious. Just kind of like, yeah, just like, oh, what fine, what bustling architecture.
Do y'all shadow
Take
him?
a closer look.
Do y'all shadow him shadowing Silas, or what's Abigail up to? After she completes her goose and has a drink.
No, actually, instead of shadowing, Asheen will just straight up like, maybe I should help you with that ritual.
Are you sure you want to?
So what's the
Maybe
breaking
if
for?
I help, there wouldn't have to be anyone screaming.
Well, okay. If you want to, that's cool, man.
Abigail asks what the whipped cream is
Besides,
for.
I'm curious to see how this
It's a
spell
special ritual.
how the spell component fits into this
What
special
kind, of,
ritual.
what kind of ritual is this?
It's a ritual of celebration.
Can I roll an inside check?
I'm not actually lying. Like, seriously.
The roll persuasion, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you're not actually lying and you're going to celebrate something, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to celebrate something, alright. I'm going to celebrate something real good.
My character is.
But the thing is that you are trying to kind of, sort of deflect the truth. Let's
yeah,
be honest.
It is deception.
Okay, that's fine.
So roll deception.
Yeah,
19.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that you don't understand. That's fine. Or you don't believe me. That's cool.
Like, I don't care if you don't believe me. I do it anyways.
Alright.
Either way,
I'm gonna follow this. I'm
my
kind of
character
curious. What is
is
he
both
doing?
suspicious and curious, just in case he is telling the truth.
Right? It's like, which one do I follow? The curiosity or the morality?
I'm good for the. No, I'm kind of intrigued that we can do this. I'll tag along.
So you got these two. Are y'all going to tag along with them, or y'all want to go back to the village?
I can't have y'all tagging along. You can watch from a distance.
Why? What if we want to tag along?
Yeah.
You've become suspicious to me. I'm curious.
Man, now you're like gonna ruin rain on my parade?
Maybe.
Yes.
What kind of furry? I don't know if I want to know what kind of
Real quick,
furry
we're going to
this
put a pin on this because I do want to set this up for the next session, but we will be coming back to this. After you three are done training, doing what y'all did, and, you know, once James is done with his cat nap,
Meow.
y'all do see, y'all do go back to the inn, and y'all see the discussion between Sven, what you learned, his name was Sven, and the tavern keep, whose name is
Wasn't it James?
Jameson. And you hear them making small talk with each other. He's like, I got more workers. I was lucky enough to bag an exile. They should be good with prospecting, but the problem is we need somebody to go clear who you said one of them here is supposed to be a map maker, all about adventure and all that good shit. He's like, yeah, it's the one that you were intrigued by and followed. Oh, and they see you approaching the inn. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Actually, all three of y'all coming by, and he's like, oh, good. Nice to see y'all. I might have work for you.
No, you haven't even paid us for the last job yet.
Oh, well, I had nothing to do with that. Oh, yes.
The goblins.
Well, Sven is the one that has work
Oh,
for.
okay.
Oh, yes, course. And, you know, was it 200 or 300?
I thought it was 650.
Maybe get that shit. I'm sorry.
No,
1,000.
not that high up. I remember it was like either 200 or
It was
300.
either 2 or 300.
Yeah, it
I
was
think I remember that.
It wasn't that.
One
Like
million
y'all found
coppers.
quite a bit.
Hold on.
in there,
One
but-
million.
I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah. I don't know if I wrote the check
Nobody wrote it
I
down.
probably need to
Let's
start
go
writing this shit
300.
down myself. Like,
Nope.
I thought that I wrote it down, but not on that page.
well, I know it's either 2 or 3. We'll go ahead and round it up to 3.
300.
300, yeah. I think it was 200 plus an extra 100 that was put in by the kingdom. So,
Yeah.
so 300. Split it amongst yourselves, and well, Sven, I'll let you have your chat with them. So, he was telling me that you mentioned earlier about exploring certain areas of the island that have not been properly mapped out. Y'all seem to be quite capable warriors, and that's exactly what we need. There's this cave close to this cape off of the edge of the island that we were interested in, possibly for expanded mining work. Problem is the area itself can be quite hostile, and we want to make sure that it's worthwhile to invest in. That's why we'd like to hire you all to go and investigate the cave. It's gonna, and then later on, once we feel more comfortable at it, we can go in and prospect it ourselves. The job is 500 gold pieces.
Any idea what kind of creatures are around this cave, or maybe in it?
None whatsoever. Well, like I said before, the travel to it could be just as dangerous. Ogres are known to venture around that part, and then there's these, amongst other sort of monstrosities. It's very, basically wildlands, more or less.
How far away is this cave from here?
It's gonna be about a 2 days travel from here.
Well,
You guys could get hurt.
sounds like a pretty decent job to me.
Yeah,
You want me to map the cave? Is that it?
map the cave. See if you can see if there's any valuable outcroppings that might be worth mining. I don't know how well y'all are at prospecting, but I've noticed a few of y'all. But at the very least, just keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure you know at least a few warrior types know what iron looks like, or any other precious, or any other worthwhile minerals, copper, and that sort of thing. Map it out. Map the area out too while you're at it, if that's what since that's what you're good at. Bring us back a copy of the map. Not only will we pay you for adventuring, but we'll make copies and give you a cut of percentage that's sold from the copies.
Sounds like an easy enough job.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds like right up here.
Where's the rest of y'all? There's the whole group. Now there's only 3 of you. Assuming that Kent's there with them.
We can't go with
I know someone went back to that temple.
Well, I think Ashina announced to y'all that he wanted to go back to see Nevian.
Oh,
And then of course
Mhm.
Penelope wanted to go because of the temple and
I realize
so
all
on
that.
and so forth.
I guess when the others get back, we can run this by them.
Okay.
I'm down for making a few more gold. I'm like fresh out like right now. I've got the 10 that Alad gave me, and that's it.
Well, we're getting. It was 300 gold, right?
300
Oh, yeah.
300
split 8
amongst
ways.
us.
Not much.
Better than nothing.
Oh yeah, no.
Are we, who's talking to us? I'm sorry. What's the
Oh
next
no,
one?
no! This is y'all aren't here. Y'all are in the y'all are currently in the
people
main
that,
city.
that stayed behind at the
37,
other village.
So just round it up to about 38 each.
38 gold.
38 gold.
38.
Well, you know what? 37 plus 5 silver, I guess, would be about right.
So
Okay.
37
That's
and
not
5
too-
silver.
Yeah,
That's okay.
that's not too complicated. Alright, you're texting me, right, Sean?
I am gonna message you.
Okay, I'll try to. Okay, well, when do you think they'll be back?
I'd imagine they'll probably be back in the next couple of hours. We'll probably rest here for the evening.
Okay,
Set out first thing in the morning.
sounds good to
At
me.
least I know I could use some sleep.
Same.
Yeah,
Second that.
you've all been through a lot. Okay, well, I suppose we'll just wait for them to come back. And cut back to you, Sean. While you have about 4 very curious
Companion.
companions following you
Okay,
around.
So I'm gonna tell you, and I want you to know what you're gonna make me roll, okay? Or
Sounds
if you're
good.
gonna make me roll it.
Okay, sounds good.
I gotta name my IQs now.
Oh, and by the way, when y'all do meet up with Abigail, you see this like human-sized mechanical goose right next to her, just kind of like walking around, and every so often
Clank.
you'll
Clank. Clank.
you'll see Abigail hit it in the chest twice, and it lets out this giant honking sound.
Honk.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just goose.
Okay, check it out.
Sean's gonna be laughing his ass off. Me.
Oh god.
Let's see.
Let's make it back.
I mean, I know Chris is usually a giggly bastard, but I just wanna.
I want to know what this plan is.
Yeah, same.
I mean,
Now I'm really curious.
you may or may not find out, so you wait till nighttime, I guess. So, you three are sitting there waiting patiently for your comrades to come back, and it's nighttime and they still ain't back.
You don't think they're dead, do you?
No, I doubt it. But
Cut
you know.
to night. You're outside of the temple, Sean. You have these 4 kind of like sitting back wondering what you're going to do.
Are you just gonna let me do it, or are you gonna force me to roll? Because
You're gonna-
I don't think that I have the rolls to actually pull it off.
You
Now, do
probably
you
don't-
sneak out to do this, or do you just go out?
just roll me stealth
That's it? Okay,
for now.
What could possibly go wrong?
Just understand, this is a temple of clerics.
I feel like
So, let me ask you this.
Matter of fact,
Do you tell us that you're going?
No.
Okay, so this is the middle of the night then.
I mean, assuming that y'all are shadowing him, I'm assuming usually he either goes to an inn and just waits there, or just
Yeah,
waits, or
probably.
just waits at a random spot.
Either way, it's
Like, here's the thing: would y'all ever at any point leave him alone
I put
during this wait time?
so when we like go to sleep,
Mhm.
I put the alarm spell. Like after he goes to sleep, I put the alarm spell on his door.
that's a dadgum 20.
So, well, first and foremost, when he leaves his hotel room, the alarm spell does go off,
And I have it just silently tell me.
and you hear him, and like but yeah, you go, and you got 2 chances. You got 2 guards on the lookout that you're gonna have to get around.
Really?
You
I,
honestly think?
Biscuit.
I do go out and look to see where he goes.
Here's the thing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, because he did roll a 20 on his stealth.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah. I know you left. I just don't know where you went.
Yeah.
would have proficiency. You would have that. You know what? So you go and you, with your 20 stealth, one guard's out cold while the other one's watching diligently.
Yeah.
At one point, the guard turns towards your direction, and you immediately duck into a thing of bushes.
Yeah.
As you turn to look to the other way, you zigzag and sneak around inside.
Okay.
From there, with a 20, assuming that you're bobbing and weaving correctly, you do eventually make it inside the monastery.
Okay.
Just fine. You don't quite make it to, but you don't know where the head priest is staying.
He's a paladin, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Wearing armor, I'm assuming?
No.
Are you wearing heavy armor?
No, I took that off. Hell no. I'm not going to take that disadvantage to stealth. Thank you very much.
Remember, his AC's not lower.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it is, I know.
You guys make
It's
a good
cool.
point. So what's your dex score? And are you wearing any lighter armor? Well,
No.
you wouldn't have lighter armor.
No,
So.
my dex is just 11.
So you got an 11 AC at the moment. Good to know.
Yes.
Alrighty, so you're inside. You leave. Oh wow! When you go to his room, you notice that his armor, his usual armor set's left inside his room. So you know that much at least. So you're inside, but you don't know where the head priest's room is.
Red flag.
What do you do?
So I go out like in the front of the
Can I-
van,
Mm-hmm.
just light up a pipe, and just sit there, just listening intently for screams.
Can I roll something based on where I previously was?
What I don't know what that means.
Well, no, I meant like, so if I was a paladin, I would have been raised in a monastery
I mean,
somewhat
would
similar
you-
to this, right?
I mean, you were trained in a monastery,
Right.
sure.
So I would,
You would
I have a
probably
basic idea.
go ahead and give me a knowledge history check. Untrained.
Does a 16?
You know what? I'm gonna say that going off of your previous encounters, you have a gauge of an idea of where people of a higher authority would be staying at.
Okay. Alright.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
You go into a you go into a side of the monastery where you're pretty sure the high priest would be.
Does it say, like, the ranks?
Doesn't have their names plastered on the door. No.
You would think it would have at least their offices, though,
It's
right?
an unfinished well, sure, their offices, not their rooms.
I think office would be good enough, too.
I mean, it's your
I mean, whatever it is you're
Alright,
playing.
well, either way.
You would know this. You would know better than
Okay,
us.
so,
So you're going to the office.
no, I'm gonna try and find his room.
So you open up a room that you feel like is in an important spot.
Uh-huh.
You creak in,
Yeah.
and you see an individual sleeping inside a bed. You don't have a clear look at their face yet.
You can
I'll try and look
already
at
have flashbacks here.
Roll me perception at disadvantage.
This is karma coming back.
15, 15?
Damn, you're going hot tonight.
I know,
aren't
I'm
you?
lucky, man.
It's like the sense. Yeah, you take a good look. It's not the high priest. You don't know what their rank is. You don't know what their rank is, but it's not the high priest laying that you know of laying there.
Okay. Quietly close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Try and find the high priest.
So roll me another stealth check because you've been. I'm gonna see how much your luck rolls for you.
Guess what, son? Lucky. Not lucky. Damn. That's not this character. So that's a 10.
You're sneaking around. Suddenly, you hear a very familiar feminine voice. Silas, what are you doing here? Shh. Okay, Sorry. What are you doing here?
Where's the high priest?
I don't think that's a good idea to tell you.
She doesn't trust you after all.
No. I just want to beg repentance. Quietly.
Oh, I can show you a room for the night, and you can talk to him in the morning.
No, I need to talk to him now while the spirit is still
Share
urging.
a room with him tonight?
No, find a room.
Find me a
for him.
room.
What?
Just tell me where he is. Everything will be fine.
Well, man,
Oh, man.
you know,
So-
I know, they know. That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, they do.
So,
That's it. Dude, that is
over
a-
under, how many sessions Silas lasts in the group is 7.
That is a 21, sir.
Okay, so what's the made it beat it rule again?
Isn't it attackers win?
Which one of us is attacking?
Okay, so
He set the DC.
He's setting the DC as the he's lying,
Which
so he's
makes
doing
you the
deception.
defender.
So you're the roller.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
roller is trying to meet
because
the
I
DC.
got a 21 too.
So you meet the DC of his deception check.
So she's just kind of like, right. What do I do in this situation?
I'll tell you what, just forget.
How about
what
I
you-
go get him for you? I can go, I can let him know that you're here to talk with him and you want to repent and tell, and maybe we could talk to the priests at the at the Temple of Heronius, get those charges dropped. All you got to do is just work off a debt for them. Man, I don't know how long it would take. I heard you really did some terrible things, but you know, we can do what we can to help save you.
I'll tell you what, why don't you just forget about this? I will take off. Just have a good night.
You're not deceiving her in this case.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm deceiving her in this case.
All right, roll off.
You know,
Ooh.
Sean, one of these days.
17.
Oh man, 20, buddy.
I hate you.
Woo. Okay.
Silvery barbs!
Although that would be pretty obvious what you're doing.
Yeah, if you start casting...
Subtle spell!
Now, here's my question. Does silvery barbs work for ability checks? Because that's something that we need to make sure, because I think it's maybe saves.
I want
on
to say it
it.
does.
I think it's just attacks.
Well, it also works for saves. I know that much too.
I want to say it does.
Saving throws or ability checks using
Oh
your
my
range.
god.
Now, if it has the visual of silvery barbs
Yeah,
coming out,
here's the thing.
she will see the silvery barbs.
Yeah, that's
even
the
though
thing.
it's subtle.
Even
she
if you're
won't
ca-
notice you going hama numa nima numa, and just suddenly silvery barbs wash out at her while she's like,
So yeah, you still do it.
Oh.
So, out of the blue, first and foremost, let me roll.
I thought this character was supposed to be different from all your others.
That was a nat 1. But out of the blue,
Wow.
these silvery barbs come in.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that you cast them. And just starts messing with her, and she screams.
I'm gonna be like, oh! I'm gonna be like, oh no, what could that be?
I think we're getting attacked. Help! And you see her
Oh,
run off. And you see her run off.
Oh my
What is this absolute bat fuckery that's going on right now?
Hey, Cannon, you heard her scream.
well, that's right.
Dadgummit.
I go,
And you recognize it's Penelope.
What about the other two
I go
characters?
straight to the
Yeah, what
source.
about them?
Oh yeah, I mean, if y'all are, what are y'all doing? Are y'all sleeping at the inn? Did y'all go back to the town? Or
I went
y'all...
to the bar.
Okay, you're at the bar. You probably don't hear shit because it's a bar. Things are probably.
Yeah, we're in the other town though.
You know, y'all are in the other town. Y'all don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we don't know Jack.
So,
we don't know any of this.
so what are y'all two up to at the moment? Are y'all
Yeah, it's late. We went to bed.
okay? Y'all are out cold. It's just you, Cannon.
All right.
He was
I
the one
go
that was
investigate the
I'm
street.
immediately going to start like running so that I can find where he is.
Yeah. You see,
God.
you actually see
All
the
this
head
for
priest meet with
I don't
her.
know. Time to the bed.
He looks like he has a mace at the ready, and he's like, Well, no, actually, not a mace, a warhammer at the ready.
This guy's ready for war.
He's
And-
ready for freaking like
and-
battle.
And
Well,
he's just like,
someone's attacking. He's a
and he's like,
He's not
Penelope.
paladin.
Oh.
He's a cleric, but
Oh.
still,
Well,
clerics
still.
can
Yeah.
fight. They just Penelope
Someone
was.
is defiling the temple.
Yeah, again.
Again.
No one was defiling the temple.
Someone was yeah, that's because somebody
So,
stopped him.
Are you running behind Penelope trying to catch up with her?
I'm
'Cause
not
you said,
trying to catch up with her, but I'm kind of like, oh no, what happened?
yeah, so he comes out, meets with her, sees you, and he's like, "What have you done?"
I haven't done anything.
No deception.
That's a 22.
Here's the thing:
Uh-oh.
his stats are a lot higher than Penelope's. I'm rolling, dude. Okay, that was a. I'm sorry.
No,
He
you're
is a
not.
higher level. That was a 17 on the die.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well, I guess Silas won't be joining us tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess so.
we're gonna have to bust him out.
Fuck that.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm actually okay
I'm
with it
attacking
too.
paladins and clerics.
So he's like,
And
right.
By the way, you're not at fault here. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. This one fails to learn his lessons.
Game after
So
game
he's
after
like,
game.
right. Penelope, tell me exactly what happened. Well, I was speaking with Silas here. He wanted to know where you were because he wanted to cleanse himself of his sins. And well, I was doing those techniques of reading people, like you said, and out of nowhere, these sudden silver flashes came over my face and distracted me. I couldn't really gauge his reaction at that
Doesn't
moment.
give me advantage.
And him disadvantage.
I think.
Silver robes.
I think the time frame for that to
It's
award
too late
is
now.
too
Okay,
late. Yeah.
alright, fine. Anyway, continue.
Well, she just goes into just explaining all this to him, and yeah, and he's like, right. So this happened while you were speaking with Silas, and yeah, she was just basically like, huh. Silas, if I see you on this place one more time, I will call the guards. You have a few minutes to vacate the premises as of now. I suggest you don't test my patience further.
Wow.
It is.
Sean, if ever there was a time for you to be humble,
But but this is Sean. I know what Sean's gonna do because Sean always does. What's Sean gonna do?
Hand him in a character sheet.
yeah. Thanks for letting me design that character.
I mean, he's not gonna
I'm
die.
gonna die.
Oh yeah, but if he leaves, like if he gets locked up, I don't know if we're gonna save his ass.
I don't plan to.
I don't plan to.
So what does Silas do? Does he heed this final act of understanding, or does he just shoot him? Or does he just shoot him in the face with whipped cream?
What would Silas do?
What would Silas do?
What would Silas, not Sean?
Honestly, they might as well be the same person.
I know.
Stop it.
What? You go through this
Wow,
every
that's
game.
nat 20. Okay, fine. I'm going to humbly walk out with my head hanging low.
So you come to the source and you just see Silas just kind of.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything left?
What do you mean? Is there anything left?
Is there anyone left outside?
Oh, everybody! You're the center of attention at the moment,
Oh,
dude.
damn.
Brought
You
everyone
just
out.
you just caused
Everybody
Penelope
out.
to shriek as she was thought that she was being
I'm
attacked.
just gonna walk out then.
So you run to the source of it all, and you just see Silas escorted by guards, just walk out with his head hung low, and one of the guards actually just shoves him forward, and stay out
Ooh.
before marching back in.
So you see Sheen like, out there with a pipe, and he's just staring at you. He gives a good puff,
Flipping the bird.
and
Does the smoke do something cool?
Sheen goes up to you and says, "Were you performing your ritual?"
Yeah, but I was interrupted.
I see. You know, I was going to help you with that.
Yeah, but I suspected that you wouldn't like to be involved. And, you know, saying the name of an elder fiend is generally like...
So can I tell him what you planned on doing?
Yeah, go for it.
So he just gets
He wanted
raises
to-
an eyebrow and just
Yeah.
stares at you.
What was he trying to do?
He wanted to sneak into the high priest's room, tie him up because that's what Sean does.
Of course.
And right,
What is with you, man? Listen,
Gotta be into bondage.
and right as Modius is my daddy and whipped cream.
Wow.
It's still funny.
Why is every
What
game
in
you
the
gotta try to
hell,
stick
man?
to-
Why is this an every campaign thing with you?
I remember in my game, he tried to tie up Vince's character.
For those of you at home, this is a common thing.
So,
Every game.
Every game.
Every
He has to
game.
tie up
So we're
somebody.
about-
Usually it's a player. This time it happens.
This time it was an
so
NPC.
we're about needing to wrap up, but before y'all do, Penelope does kind of sort of walk out of the same walk out not long after, see you two, and be like, "Am I still meeting up with y'all in the morning?"
Of course.
Okay, good to know.
don't know.
No hard feelings. I hope you sleep well. Good night, sir. And she just kind of meekly walks back in. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, hard feelings, all right.
Oh
gonna
my
kill her.
god.
Y'all gonna wake up with a halfling throat slit wide open.
Dude, like no joke. I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised at this point. What's your alignment again?
Lawful good. No.
Yeah.
As far as here and now,
Probably-
if you were lawful,
Probably chaotic
I
neutral.
was about to say that's
I was
not.
gonna say chaotic neutral is a good way of putting you at the moment. So yeah,
So on the way back, Asheen just kind of yeah, just straight up tells Silas, now, what have you learned about trying to deal with demons? Or dealing with fiends?
Make sure you have a better dex check.
you actually got pretty far in there. It was just like that It's just you were dexing long enough. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, Penelope thwarted you. Again.
Trust
Once.
me, dealing with fiends is never worth it in the end.
Do we end at 10 now?
Okay,
We
can
end
I?
at 10.
Yeah, 10, dude.
I
Crap, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
because we started
you
at
said
7.
wrapping up. I'm like, wrapping
Yeah,
up
what the
here?
hell, man? It's only nine.
I don't know what I
thought
was
you meant this
thinking.
part.
Yeah,
We're wrapping
no.
up this scene.
No,
We
no,
got
good,
an hour.
good,
Thought he meant-
good. I'm glad we have another hour. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Okay,
All good.
so let me understand something.
Yeah.
What is there to
First of all,
understand?
let me tell Asheen. Look, I wasn't really dealing with demons. I was gonna tie up the
Play, I'm gonna
head
grab me a
priest,
spark.
alright? And then in whipped cream, I was going to write Asmodeus is my daddy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Spark.
The
So
spark.
you were
Yeah.
Go for it.
trying to pull
They are
a
now.
brain on the high priest.
So, I can name for my.
It's a ritual of some kind.
For my student for the
Right.
It's a ritual of celebration.
Second
I
one.
see.
Theme
Is
geese.
this some sort of
Why?
race is your character?
I'm human.
Is this some sort of
What's
human
that or
tradition?
that?
It's typical.
More like anyone who's been
Second.
slighted in the past.
That's what I would go for.
I see. Well,
Every game.
I've learned something about you today.
At least
And I
one
hope
once.
you have learned
I'll try again.
something about,
Oh yeah, he will.
Thank you, sir.
well, I
His character.
hope you learned something today.
Oh, Shane, don't have your expectations too high.
Really?
I'm not wrong.
Now, if we're going to be adventuring together,
Yeah.
let's minimize these pranks, especially when dealing with other organizations.
But everyone else here is free game, right?
He just gives you a look, puffs on his pipe,
Uh-huh.
and then just walks off disapproving. Just shaking his head.
Just takes a few puffs.
Ah, fuck this.
Let's just pretend we didn't have this conversation.
Okay.
Reminds me of that Gandalf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's the party at?
We're
still in the village.
They're in the village. You're
Uh,
drink. So the night goes by, and Penelope meets y'all up in the morning, ready to go back to the village.
So we got a long rest.
I want to stop by.
Yes, a long rest official.
I want to stop by the blacksmith.
I thought he was in the village with us.
Him? No.
No.
Oh, you went with them?
Yeah, he actually
Ah.
went to
Okay.
because the smithy
a forge.
the smithy down there wasn't like advanced enough for him to want to do
That
anything.
was awesome. That would have been awesome.
I want to stop by the blacksmith to buy a weapon.
Okay, what weapon are you
Should have
looking
been.
for?
Warped it, should have.
Yep. How much are warped? You know
I was
what?
very tempted to do the whole one level
For
challenge.
letting her be involved, it's just a mundane weapon. So letting her be involved in what you did, just take the war pick for free. You know, a gift from a gift.
I don't think they're even
Of sorts.
classes in 5e.
You know.
But I did want
Uh,
to try, and
So
but also
y'all do make y'all's way back to town.
So it is 5 gold.
Okay, yeah, that's more than a payable thing. I know you got martial weapons, so I'm surprised that's what you chose.
No, I got several weapons for me to play
I
with.
think there's
Someday you're gonna find something you want. Hopefully it'll be enough.
What's that? Oh.
Why not?
So y'all make it back. Y'all get up at the crack of dawn, travel back to town to meet up with the rest who are just getting up from theirs. Whatever damage y'all took from those shadows is now gone. They probably would have been gone with a short rest. but
how's it going, guys?
Oh, where were you all last night?
I was back to blacksmith.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
Oh, that's my student Fender. His name is Liam Geeson.
Wow.
Liam Geeson?
Yeah.
Liam Geeson.
Alright, so it wasn't enough that you had one. Now you have two.
Yes.
What is
That
that?
one's made of metal.
Yep.
So Sheen just kind of looks it over.
Oh, you've been traveling with it a while.
Oh yeah. So okay, that's right. Yeah. So remind me, what are its what is its purpose again?
Oh, it's quite simple. This one you actually go in battle and help us.
This is a battle goose.
Yes.
Battle goose.
Battle turkeys.
Yep.
It's called back.
Can you explain to me how this thing is to fight enemies?
Chris,
It's got teeth on its
I'm
tongue.
forever going to be very upset. You did not let me go through
Let
this.
me put it this way: once you get better spells and a much higher level, your success for these kind of shenanigans will go up exponentially.
In other words, Sean, get good.
Honestly, you just gotta see for yourself in battle. It's kind of hard to explain.
Well, it's made of metal. It sounds like it's pretty loud.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I am curious.
Speaking
Okay,
of,
may I ask one question though? Why a goose? I mean, you've already got a goose. You couldn't come up with like a fox or maybe something that's like, you know what? You do you.
what you got against geese, man?
Yeah.
I got nothing against
It's I mean, it's gooses.
I hate you. That's out of character, by the way.
So,
I mean, it's a very strange contraption, but hey, if it works.
It sounds like we all like went off and did our own things for a little bit.
You told me he made a mechanical
as a human-sized mechanical goose.
Oh, it's
Human
human
size?
size.
It's medium-sized. It's a medium-sized construct.
That's not a goose. It's an ostrich.
Jesus.
I just wee.
Might be
Oh, here it is.
right into battle.
Huh.
When we hang out, I'll explain.
Okay, so stealth missions are gonna be out of the question for a while.
Oh, if it doesn't
You
only.
can go on stuff missions. I don't know.
I will go on stealth missions.
Focus on-
So-
I learned a few new tricks that can actually help with that.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's good for you.
Ah, want to see one?
No.
Sure.
Okay.
Situations where
Give me 1 second. And then you hear in your head his voice saying, "Hello there."
Telepathically.
Yeah.
You hear a second voice come over to your head. Get out.
What? Duh.
Get out of here. There's only one voice allowed in this one's head.
What? Duh. What?
I just, you see me like try to, as subtly as I can, shake my head and I tighten my fist. I'm gonna go check on my horse.
Yeah. I think that might be a good idea.
I do. His name is Luca.
Where
the horse come from?
He's always had it.
You always had it.
Oh yeah, he is.
I go to the stable to see how Luke is doing, if they're treating him well.
He's probably dead from the goose.
Okay, that was weird.
He's being well fed, you know.
As I walk away from the rest of them, once I know I'm not within earshot,
The nerve of that guy.
don't do that again.
I wasn't the one invading your mind. I've always been here, honestly, but what?
That's not the point.
You should be lecturing him, not me.
No, they don't need to know about you or us.
That sounds overtly sexual.
I was about to say.
Well, I'm
Forbidden
sorry.
love.
I'm sorry to hear that
I don't
you're.
know about
That's
overtly.
the name
Wouldn't it be
of
covertly?
this
Yeah.
episode.
I'm sorry that you feel so ashamed about me.
Oh, man.
We both know people aren't accepting of our kind.
Oh,
my God.
wow. It just keeps getting better.
Right? Double entendres all over the place.
Yeah. So the less that they know about us, the better.
One guy into bestiality, one guy into bondage. One guy into
Himself.
In this case,
objects.
I was gonna say in his case it would be himself.
Yeah.
Sounds strangely masturbatory.
Become a
It's fine. I won't talk to the little frilly hat guy again.
Wow.
Frilly hat guy, huh?
I'm frilly now.
Good.
Well, let's be real.
Let's
You
leave it
always
that
will.
way.
He's the only one that can do that, right?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
I know next to nothing about any of them.
I'm gonna kill you. No psychic link for
So-
I would prefer they didn't know anything about us.
Yes, you've already made your shame well known.
It's not a shame, it's a precaution.
Wow.
After all, how do you think they'd feel if they found out our true nature?
I mean, you could always. I don't know. You could always write them a letter and abandon them.
Oh.
Wow. Look at you. Oh, let's really just stack it on one another.
Oh,
So, I'm pretty far away from them, right? I'm pretty far from them. Before I actually go to the stable, at that, I literally just slam my fist into a wall.
hey, it worked before.
You know, you got a lot of fucking nerve sometimes.
Damn it, I love you.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
What can I say? At the end of the day, it's just the two of us. We could make it if we try.
I was going to do it, but I was like, no, I've already made too many cracks.
I'm sorry, but no,
Or are you trying
yeah.
to be poetic now?
Well, what can I say? I pissed you off with that last one. I guess I did go too far.
You ran that.
I do wonder how she's doing, though.
As do I.
Should have tasted her when you had the chance.
No. Even if we were to see her again, that will never happen.
What if she was okay with it? You know she was
He
crazy.
just, he just shakes. He just shakes his head.
You know
so
she was
it's like,
crazy about you.
I'm aware.
Is the horse initiating three-way? I'm confused now.
I think so. Like,
Part of
legit.
his backstory, I'll find out eventually.
I don't know if I want.
So you see your horse.
And y'all think that I'm
Well,
bad?
the horse is well taken
Why
care of.
religious bondage?
Right? I'll go to Luca. Luca, it's good to see you, my friend. It's a fucking sheep.
Please tell me that it's bad. Because that's gonna fit in way too well at this point. Seriously.
Yeah, that was a terrible horse.
I'll
That's worse.
that's a little bit
That
okay.
sounds like Neil Bob coming back.
Yeah, seriously.
You hear your horse chanting no.
Oh, dude.
God,
Seriously. Okay,
No,
do something like.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
Alright.
There you go.
I'll stroke his mane and then I'll look for one of the attendants. And do I see anyone there?
Yeah, there's a few there.
Go ahead and get him ready. I need a saddle.
All right, we'll do, sir.
So So once they're done with that, I will give whoever that person is a gold piece for taking good care of them.
Oh, huh. Thank you. I mean, always for the heroes of this village. And do any of y'all want to talk to y'all's newfound friend or y'all's comrades about y'all's newfound job?
Yeah. Once I'm done, I'll probably take me a little bit, so I'll head back to the group with Luca.
Real quick, while he's heading away, or while he's going to go to Luca, I'm actually going to go up to Ashin and hand him a bag of 40 gold pieces. This isn't all of it, but it's a good chunk of it.
Well, I appreciate you paying what you can when you can.
I mean, it really is a shame that the ring didn't work for me, but that's alright.
Poorest rogue that there ever was.
It'll be a good asset for
the group.
For the group.
Exactly. I'm quite alright with that. At least we find something of use with it. So that's more than enough for me. Proper investment.
Agreed.
That was all I really wanted.
Okay. So he pays you back. Kanan comes back, and
40 instead of 20.
Alright, well, Luca, this is the group I was telling you about.
with his pet horse, or with his horse.
Hold on, his horse. He's introducing his horse.
Yeah.
I'm introducing you all to Luca and vice versa.
Oh, I don't think I'm there. I think I'm still like.
Oh, I thought you were here. No,
I mean, no, you're
I'm still in the end.
Oh well,
if
I
I'm
mean,
aware.
unless you said otherwise, I was gonna say y'all all traveled back together.
Oh
But
yeah.
If you stayed behind and
Okay.
Mhm.
Like over the night, I'm probably hungover.
Yeah.
But like, if anyone comes to get me, they literally find me with like a bag spent of like squeezy bag. Like there's whipped cream all over the room.
Oh God.
I don't ever want people to lecture me again about anything.
Right?
You apparently had a party all on your own.
And I'm drunk.
Religious zealots.
They had a one-man orgy or something.
Oh. Well, anyway. Alright, Luca, from over here we have Taisha, Kazia, was that right? Kazaya, sorry. Alad, Abigail, and what was that one's name again?
Well,
No, not you.
The goose.
The goose.
the actual
Liam.
goose?
Oh, Liam, yeah,
Liam
the both of
Geeson,
them.
right?
Yeah, the big one's Liam and the little one's Footloose.
Footloose?
I pull the reins on Luca, play nice.
You just see Luca. He's just kind of like half paying attention, just chewing on notes.
No, Luca's pretty intelligent, he listens.
That doesn't mean he's interested.
That's pretty much it. It's just kind of like
he seems
it's-
more interested in breakfast.
it's basically like, oh look, people.
Yeah.
I legit really.
There's
hope-
Asheen, Silas, and
Kent.
Oh, I forgot Kent. There you go. Sorry.
How could you forget Kitty?
Honestly, he did forget one person.
Oh, that's right, Penelope.
She goes up and strokes him. He's beautiful.
Yes, he's been my longest and truest companion.
I really do.
Is he the one that you're? Is he the one that you talk to all the time?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I hear you mumble things to yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna make him do an inside check for that?
I mean, he wasn't the one defiling my temple last night, but okay.
I do talk to Luca though. We have when you're traveling alone, sometimes you need a companion to talk to. Unless
I live for your
at least
fate.
you go crazy.
Right, I completely understand. Maybe there's certain people here who probably need that kind of relationship themselves.
Why do you keep looking at Silas? Did you two?
What? Hey, Sheen, how did things go with you at the castle?
Everything went according to plan. And we learned more about ourselves.
What does that mean?
Not sure how to take that, but all right.
Roy?
You should know that
Oh, thank you.
we've been offered another job.
Oh, what's the job?
There's a cave about 2 days from here. The miners, the foreman, that's the foreman, right?
The foreman, the previous foreman died. This guy's just basically been going around finding workers,
Okay.
but he knew of this cave some time ago, and he was hoping. So you did hear him mention about an exile.
Sure.
The rest of y'all would probably need a knowledge history to know what that is. But they were hoping to use.
Does 14 get it?
14 would probably get it. Yeah, I would say it's common enough knowledge. You didn't get shit, did you?
I rolled a 4.
Wow. Yeah, so you would have an idea. You probably don't give enough shit about dwarves. Who knows? They really care about their politics, especially since you.
I've only been in this,
most of your life was in the
plane of
Feywild.
existence for 3 years. I haven't spent that much time reading.
But you do know that
I lived in the Feywild.
but for y'all that did make the DC, would know that it's a dwarf that's coming, and dwarves are naturally good at prospecting, and they were hoping to make use of their skills, but they can't if the cave is too dangerous.
So we've been contracted to clear out the cave so that they can hopefully, make it a new mine.
More goblins.
Mining, you say?
They didn't say. They're not sure what's inside of it. Well, they said that the journey
Interesting.
itself to there will be
Interesting.
dangerous.
Question, and this maybe the player just missed this. Did they have a price?
500 gold.
500.
500 gold.
500 gold.
A lad will be making a map. That's what they wanted him to do.
Of the surrounding area and the caves.
Fudge nuggets.
Well,
Nuggets of fudge.
I'm down. I mean, we're gonna need cash,
Oh yeah.
and that's me saying that I need cash.
You okay?
That's pretty clear.
It's 500
Text me
their highest
something?
offer?
Huh?
500 was their highest offer. I didn't ask for anything
No,
more.
I have.
If there's anything there,
favored by the
we
gods.
could always probably keep
Oh
it.
yeah.
Okay.
And you would blow something like that on something like that.
Hell yeah, I would.
But so more adventuring. That sounds great. I definitely look forward to working with y'all some more. When do we leave?
Try to get.
Right now.
At any point.
Oh.
It's early enough.
Sure, right.
Yeah, it's morning.
Try to get. Third time's charm.
It's a good time if we leave now.
Okay.
So I at least have one more failure before I can succeed.
So y'all start on y'all's adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Luca.
You're just going right on ahead. I mean,
No,
you're
I'm
on
just
the
going.
horse.
I'll keep pace with all of you, but I'm riding the horse.
Oh, okay.
It's like I got a horse. and
Yeah, exactly. Look who's too good to walk with us.
Oh, that's cool. I got wings.
Oh, can you fly now? I think you
you
can only fly so much a day though. Like I think you can only get it for like a minute.
A minute?
I don't know.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, early on you don't get a whole lot of flight.
As an Alcimar?
I'm pretty sure like it's
The
only
wings were a part of their basic anatomy.
Yeah.
they were, but like you can only like manifest your wings like if you were like an Alan and an Arakaka or
It says for a minute or until I end it as a bonus action.
so in other words a minute.
Yeah.
Like
or
the
until I earn it
like the end it as a bonus action is if you
before a
decide
minute.
before a minute. So
You can fly less if you want to.
and you can
Look, I
and,
just want to look pretty for a second.
and I think
Okay, I'm good.
and I think like you need a long or short rest to get it back. Anyways, here we go. So y'all are officially on the road, moving forward.
Let's do it.
Random
Yeah, 'cause I have
encounter.
the choices, right? Yeah, all these are, I can do the other one.
Knowing our luck.
I can pick
I'm gonna do a total of 3 rolls, and depending on what they all want for the first day before nightfall, and 3 rolls for the second day. Well, maybe yeah, or 3 rolls for the second day. First roll,
Yeah.
things go well, nothing big.
Yay!
Good.
We're cool like that.
Second roll. Again, I rolled the one that things go well on.
Yay.
So nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting, he says.
Now the most interesting thing happens.
All right.
Counterspell.
Counter spell.
As y'all are traveling, it's starting to get fairly dark, and y'all see this this traveler on the same road. Oddly enough, it's a gnome with a bowler hat on. Approaches you all. Hello there, travelers. How are you doing today?
Oh God. Texting out here.
We are
Doing
doing well.
Yeah, it's just
How are
fine.
you doing?
Greetings.
Well, you can say I could be doing exceptional. Y'all seem like a rather hashtag group of individuals.
Ragtag.
Ragtag. I said hashtag.
Yes, you did.
You said hashtag.
Don't worry about it, Sonny. Anyways,
Insight check.
roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Now that's interesting. Okay. That's 12.
Hard to read.
Okay.
He turns towards you all. So, what are y'all doing out here? We're in these very dangerous parts.
I just walk past him and ignore him.
Oh wow.
Okay, he's not interested in talking. What about the rest of you?
What are you doing out here?
Well, okay, I'm doing a many of things. One, but maybe, possibly, purely looking for interesting folk like yourself.
For what exactly?
Well, and you see him pull out a red gem. Possibly to help me out with this.
And exactly what? Like, I know it's a gem.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be your
May I see it?
Sure. Take it. Thank you. And he dimension stores away.
It's fucking cursed, dude.
I'm not sure what just happened. Did I get duped?
Knowledge check.
Yeah, do we get a knowledge check?
One y'all could try to. First and foremost, give me a
Yes,
wisdom
ma'am.
saving throw.
Oh, good. Wisdom. Sorry.
Oh, you said no.
That was a lot easier than I expected. I thought I was gonna have to go through a whole
anything from
bit.
him.
Well, because the rogue obviously had to touch it.
Shiny.
Of course the rogue had to touch it. This is what I get for
Did you
trusting
not learn
people.
anything from bears touching lights in your game?
Exactly.
For once, the paladin was right. You know how
It
weird
was
that
a
is?
gem, not some mystical live stream looking blinding white light thing.
For once, the paladin was right.
Shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's a 17.
Good
Here
job.
comes Neilbog.
No, nothing so far as you can tell.
Any knowledge checks I can...
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what you can see, it's just a ruby. But it could have magical properties.
Do you feel
Magic
things feel
Medieval.
different or strange at all?
Yeah, do I feel different or strange at all?
It's not a fiend and
Celestial
or fey
or undead.
or undead.
Do you feel strange
It's
at all?
ruby. Do I, Chris?
Not with that roll.
Oh, I feel fine.
That was. Then why did he just disappear after?
I don't know. Chances are this is stolen.
Can I do detect
Probably
magic
just
on
dropped it on
Yeah,
us.
you can detect magic.
Of course, it's got magic.
Yeah, we'll definitely take
it? Oh, I'm sure
magic.
it's got
It
magic.
glows with a magical hue to it.
Yeah.
Got a
All right,
bad feeling.
I got it as an at will, so it's a cantrip, right?
So, I'll cast Identify.
You identify it, and you recognize it as an item called the Rambler's Ruby.
Rambler's Ruby.
This ruby needs to be willingly given from one host to the other. In the event that you hold the ruby, at the dawn, you must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. If you pass, the negative effects of it don't manifest. While you currently are wielding the ruby, you have advantage against all charisma saving throws, and those speaking to you will have disadvantage of all sense motive checks.
Hey, this is actually kind of perfect for me.
It landed right in the
Don't
hand
you
of
have
the
to
person
keep
that
right
you use it
hands?
Don't you
most.
have to keep making the
What's the
save?
negative?
Yeah, do I have to keep
Once
making the
you
save?
Once
fail
I
the
don't,
saving
you said.
throw, you have to. once you, at the dawn of every day, you have to remake the saving throw. Once you fail, the negative aspects come in.
And that is.
Whenever you're asked a question, you cannot give a specific answer. If you attempt to, you take 2d10 psychic damage immediately.
You gotta ramble.
What's a specific answer? Like you can't just answer
I just
outright.
He can't just say yes. He's got to go into a long
Yeah.
spiel.
Yeah.
Rambling.
Do you prefer
Ramble,
cats or
so.
do you prefer dogs? Well, you see, dogs actually like have this going for them,
You?
whereas cats are assholes.
Well, kind of, sort of. The idea is that you can't give a definite answer.
Right.
So you can't say you like cats or dogs, no matter how much you. But you can go into an explanation that can maybe make
Here's
it
the
assume.
reason why cats suck.
That's a that would count as a.
It's like the
I
cocks
know.
and the rooster or whatever.
I would never
But
give.
on the other hand, dog
definite-
sucks for this
exactly. It'll be exactly that. This sucks for this reason. No, I don't like this for this reason.
And but it does not take an attunement slot like most cursed weapon items.
Well, at least there's that.
Oh, and to specify, it does specify the only way to you can
Oh.
you can temporarily alleviate the effects with a remove curse spell, but the only way to permanently, but you still have to make the same
No,
again the next day.
I think I'm gonna be okay with this one for now.
I was
But,
gonna
yeah,
say it'd be easy to give away. I mean,
the only
there's not
the
gonna
only
lots of
thing
fighting
about it is that
to
somebody
do.
has to willingly take it off your hands for you to pass the curse on. If it
Right.
ends up being stolen, the curse does not move on with it.
Wow.
Nice.
You're gonna mess with them, aren't you? And steal it.
I'm just gonna say so.
He's not gonna try and steal it. He wants
Oh,
you to suffer.
and yeah, in case you're curious,
But if he steals
Yeah,
it,
if I
he still
steal
gets
it,
stuck
you
with
still
the
have
curse.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
this was a specific invention made by you. This was a specific invention made by yours truly.
That's nice.
And it's nighttime.
How much is that ruby worth? Just wondering.
Gold.
You can ask it for him to give it a proper look over.
Yeah, how much is it?
Oh,
Why
he
would I
passed
know
it, right?
that?
Oh, he
You know what?
passed it, so he didn't-
If you take a good look at the ruby, you could maybe fetch a couple of $100 gold for it.
Okay, but even if the curse doesn't travel on, do the bonuses travel?
No,
No.
supernatural aspects of the ruby travels if it's stolen.
So how does he get rid of the curse? Remove curse?
You can remove curse to get rid of it temporarily, but the only way to permanently remove it is for somebody to
Someone
willingly
has
take the
to
ruby
take it.
off.
So legit, if it gets stolen from him and thrown into the market, he's cursed forever?
Well, no, because it has to be.
We'll see.
Okay, so I have to give it to somebody who's willing to take it?
Yep.
Basically, it would require you to be like, "Can I have that?" And you'd be like, "Yes, sir." And just like how you did to the gnome, which again, I thought that was going to be harder than what it was.
Apparently
But
not.
the rogue, obviously, like, ooh, shiny cat.
Okay, in my defense, this
You're
guy
a
was
rogue. You're
right.
playing your character.
No, in my
So if
defense,
it
this
gets
guy was
stolen-
walking down the middle of the road in the middle of the day. Why the fuck would I think that he was up to anything suspicious?
Why wouldn't you?
Why would I?
He's an NPC in the DM of D&D.
In the middle of the, I can understand a
Does that mean
dungeon.
it's
He's an NPC,
Would
boy.
that be considered metagaming? I don't know.
It's not. That's why you talk and roleplay it out. You don't just pick something out of his
Anyway,
hand.
Chris, yes or no? If it's lost in the system, he's cursed forever.
So that
We'll see.
essentially
You
means
can
we
literally get the
trust.
stone and throw it into the water. He can curse them.
That's the point.
Okay, cool. We just trust nobody. Gotcha.
Typically, with
Lesson
cursed
learned.
items like that, like when they get stolen, they usually end up reappearing in the
That
cursed
was
person's.
well. I was gonna say that's probably what's.
Oh, whatever.
that's
I'm
what's
learning
gonna
all sorts
happen,
of
but I wasn't
lessons
gonna
lately,
outright
so
say
let's
it.
just keep going.
Well, the simple option is, yes, don't trust anyone that you come across.
Cool.
on the road.
So
Start by just not trusting anyone else that this guy throws at us.
Roy gets a lot of things by going, let me see that.
Here's,
You just had your shit.
here's the thing, I got a set of wacky encounters, some of them benign, some of them helpful, some of them like this one, where it was just, and this was like the first one I wanted to throw at y'all at the start just to see what would happen. And
I mean, I guess
again,
it makes sense. Kent is naive, so
the whole
whatever.
idea, and I was like, you don't know how many times, because I was thinking of this scenario back last fucking year about doing this shit, and I had like a bunch of, well, what if they attempted this? I should try this. What if they attempted this? I should try this. You know, what? How can I roleplay with this guy dodging their questions because he can't give a
Well,
direct
I'm
answer?
sorry for being such a trustworthy person.
And,
I promise it'll never happen again.
and then Roy's just kind of
Line
like,
of work.
and then Roy's just kind of like, hey, can I see that?
Say that
When you
now.
are, you're the rogue. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You saw
There's
shiny-
nothing wrong. I'm thankful for it. I was gonna try
I'm
to
sure
get
you
one.
are at my expense.
Well, it's nighttime, right?
It's
Either way,
nighttime.
this ought to be interesting.
Y'all want to continue traveling throughout the night, or do you want to set up camp?
I think we should.
So
There's
Yeah.
no reason to like travel at night. I say we set up camp.
So,
Yeah.
so after identifying that, Asheen just looks at you and says, "So what have we learned about taking on the
If
road?"
there's a stranger,
People suck.
if there's a stranger on the road who
Never
wants to
trust
give
a
you something,
gnome.
well, there you go.
I'm sorry, yes.
Well,
people now?
Chris, you're encouraging race
Oh
relations.
yeah, you're a gnome.
I'm not, though, I'm a human.
That's right. I keep forgetting what you are. God.
But going back to what I was
So I guess we're setting up camp.
setting
Yeah.
up camp. How are we doing this?
I have my own tent. I'll be just keep it to myself. Thank you very
I
much.
set up the alarm spell, and to have it go off audibly in the case it gets triggered.
Liam will be on guard.
Yeah, because your goose doesn't need to sleep,
Nope.
and it can't be surprised.
I'm just
Nope.
gonna sleep.
Should-
Might as well.
Someone else stand guard as well?
I'll take watch.
You can have yeah.
So I was gonna take first one.
We can have two people
We
take
could both
first.
take first watch.
We can have two
Sounds
people
good.
who take first.
I'll
first
take
watch.
second watch.
A second watch, and anybody taking second watch with them?
I can.
Okay. Anybody want to take third watch?
I'll take third watch.
Take the third
I'm
watch.
gonna sleep through the whole thing.
I'm gonna sleep.
You're actually an elf. You only need 4 hours.
Oh, that's right.
You can take third watch with him
Yeah, why not?
or with her. Alrighty, first watch.
Bring it.
Y'all both roll me a. Perception check.
Alright. I rolled shitty, so it's a 5.
So,
But
so
you have
Kanan
somebody
nods
with you.
off,
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just kind of sitting there, you know, looking around diligently.
No,
Nothing.
he's just staring at us as we sleep.
And
Yeah.
a
Oh.
chair.
Come on, I
Penelope,
don't look that much like
you do notice Penelope's out with you before going to bed herself, but she's actually writing in a journal.
Alright.
Dear
Having her
diary.
devices.
Yeah, our rogue got himself cursed today. Isn't that awesome?
I thought it'd be silent.
And yeah, you wake up Silas and
You wake up first watch.
and Taisha for the second watch. You can
Dude.
Second watch already?
you can make an attempt for second watch if you want.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Well, y'all two said y'all are up for second, right?
You want me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception.
It looks like you two got it. Sorry, I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Didn't mean to fall asleep.
19.
Alright.
19.
14.
I go to sleep.
Y'all are both up, conscious, looking around. Penelope's no longer writing in her journal. She's out cold, cuddled up in a corner.
Aw.
Quick question. During the whole second watch,
Mm-hmm.
where's he?
God, where are you?
No, not him. Him.
Him?
Hey,
He's in
I'm
his
in
own.
my tent. Leave me alone.
He's in his own tent, private tent.
He's sulking. Leave him alone.
I am salty.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave him alone.
Okay. So
I'll let him leave. Sorry. I will let him live with his shame for the moment.
Yes, please do.
y'all two are
Asshole.
y'all two want to say anything to each other during this watch?
Nah, I'm good with that. He scares me.
I said, you don't even know what I did.
So
I've heard.
she's just kind of like
How?
she's just kind of like you're keeping a close watch of your surroundings with your 19. She's keeping a close watch on you. And she's just kind
I'm
of
just
like,
like,
Mama didn't raise no idiot.
but you don't know your mama.
Oh, no, true.
okay.
But still.
Number one, I don't have a grudge against you. You don't have to worry. You're fine.
Thank you.
y'all-
I appreciate that.
So
Now, yeah.
For
Sheen
now.
is broken from his trance.
Broken.
Well, he trances
Oh.
for 4 hours, and he's ready for the final watch. And y'all go ahead and get Abby up.
Yeah, elves only need to sleep for 4 hours.
I'll give you the update. Nothing interesting happened.
Glad to hear.
Didn't hear anything.
Good night.
Good night.
You don't got to roll deception if you want to roll this motive.
You can if you want to, but I
I'm
didn't
just
do
joking.
anything.
Sense motive.
That's the general insight.
Hey, I rolled above a 10.
Woohoo!
When you believe him. I was joking around seeing if whether or not you would. So,
No, I'm just blowing a roll above 10, that's all.
so y'all
My
two are
next
up.
one will be a
You're
5.
doing maintenance on your
That
goose,
sounds like me.
Yeah, it's good.
petting your other goose, and
I'll do fish for
yeah,
maintenance.
both y'all roll me perception.
Oh, I should have played with the whoosh.
A 7.
Oh, wow.
You start working on your goose, but then you suddenly fall asleep on your goose.
No, he's too focused on his goose. He's like, yes, yes.
You know what? We'll go with that. You
Precious.
just see him being overly obsessive with his goose. His goose is doing a better job keeping the watch than he is.
His goose is cooked.
What about you? What'd you get?
I got a 21.
Damn, like yeah, you're focused. You're just kind of like, anybody has to do a good job about this. I suppose it's me.
Hey man, I do alright.
Yeah, you did good.
I will say before I go to bed,
Mhm.
I am writing in a book.
Okay.
Alright. But it's
just a list.
yeah, it is just a list.
It's just like
wrong you.
Yep.
it's like,
Alright.
it's like I'm going to throw the halfling in the volcano.
This guy's all murderous.
I will sacrifice her to Asmodeus. I don't even worship Asmodeus. Anyways, morning comes, you all awaken, and
Sorry.
y'all continue
5.
onwards.
I'm getting too excited about onward to adventure.
Sorry for what?
And
Uh,
I want everybody to roll me a perception check.
Perception sucks.
Adventure ho.
I got a DC in
Got a
Hey, that's
5.
better. I guess I'm well rested.
Oh, well,
yes, so
21.
that would have been
Give me
nice to
more
have
sleep.
earlier.
I got a
17.
20.
17.
15.
Yeah,
I
I
got 5.
5.
Wow.
25.
25.
Hey,
Oh,
doesn't
like
need
you
to
said,
make a
both
roll.
5.
Oh
I
yeah.
have my perception.
Huh?
Roll me a
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Come on, please.
I got a 21.
Okay.
That's a 15.
You made it.
Can I silvery barbs that?
You can if you
Fuck
want.
you, dude.
If you seriously want to, go for it.
Don't waste your
I'm
spell
not gonna
slot.
waste it.
God
Oh
damn.
yeah, you totally could. I'm gonna roll my portent rolls
Yeah.
for the day. So that's a
I think
13.
everybody but Sean would notice 2 giant rocks that are oddly placed, and behind those rocks, you see ogres making a poor attempt at hiding. Everybody, roll me initiative.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Question.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding
What'd
me?
you get?
A nat 20.
Wow.
I can't get that on anything else.
Huh?
8 rats.
I rolled
Yeah,
shit.
we might not get like this isn't gonna be like I know 18 minutes, but it is what it is.
So I get to go last.
So you rolled a 1?
What'd you
Oh,
roll?
I guess so. Well, no, I rolled.
You rolled a 2?
My
you
dice
got
said a
3.
2.
You got
Okay,
plus 1
then I
for
got a
initiative.
3. Oh.
What'd you get?
5.
I got a 6.
I'll trade you.
I got a
My nat
6
20.
too.
What the hell?
I rolled a 5.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, dude.
I rolled a 4, I got
I'm just gonna fucking Elvis blast everything.
I was
That's all.
rolling really good for my perception
I got a
checks, and then
freaking 14. What the hell?
when initiative
That never
comes,
My fucking nat 20.
Defender.
was
What's
that
your
someone's
portent?
gonna
Does that
bounce
die too?
my portent rolls?
Yeah,
I
I
got
know.
13 and 8.
Oh,
No, you
well,
don't.
So you
Give
can
back.
always just be like,
It's
nah, get
It's a
out.
full set. You need to dig them out.
If I roll,
I
roll
don't
less
look
than a
for
10, I
I'll
can
give
at
you
least
the
get a
whole set. You got
13.
plenty
Yeah.
of set.
You're only buying me a set.
Okay, I guess we're buying each other a set. That way we share.
Look, why couldn't I roll that shit?
Alrighty,
Sure, each other's
25
luck.
to 20.
22!
Yes,
I also got a 22.
She's so
Who
excited.
has the higher dex?
They should
Who
have
has
a
the
good
bigger
one to roll high.
Yeah.
Wow. She's better than mine. Mine's a 13.
Okay, so we'll.
14, right?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I gotta roll.
I'm like, I'm looking at that, right?
God, thank God she rolled better than the other two.
Yeah.
20 to 15.
18.
18 for Kent.
I don't have one.
Alrighty.
That was,
15 to 10.
14.
14 for Silas.
I'm actually not going last, but I'm going pretty close to last.
What are we fighting the others,
10 to
right?
5,
Okay, I need to see
yeah.
what I'm doing here.
10 to 5?
5.
6.
6.
Which one?
My
Yeah.
dex is 16.
Yeah, your dex is better than mine.
Oh shit. There
I
you
got
go.
a 12.
You finish.
6.
I'm an elf. I'm Magi.
I mean, I'm better than average, that's for sure.
Okay.
Alrighty, and whoever has
Don't
what?
ask me what my
I
strength
got a
is.
5.
I got a
Katie's got a 3.
5 and 3. I got a 5. Mine
My
is
strength is actually
yours.
positive.
That's right.
I got it now, stuck
Believe
up my
that.
ass. Alrighty.
Say
Sound like an
that.
elf.
You should have
Uh,
a strength score. a good
Okay,
strength
3 for
Yeah.
her and 5
It's
for
one of my two
mine.
highest.
Alrighty.
We're loving
You said
Okay.
cut before you
Change
change.
You gotta have at least one.
Or they'll die.
Yeah.
Magic, weapon, mace,
To have a
Monday,
good
but
balance party.
Yeah, sure.
like from yesterday. So
Yeah, yeah, you would be able to do it this morning after the long rest. Okay, so we don't need the. I won't have to worry about the board too much. Just know that y'all are both in front of 2 ogres, currently hiding behind 2 giant boulders. Everybody except for Sean is aware of them being there.
You're the only one that doesn't know.
I rolled a 5 on perception, yeah.
And top of the initiative would be Taisha. What are you doing?
How far are they from me?
Right now they got 3/4 cover, but I would say maybe about 30 feet away.
Oh shit, okay. I'm just gonna try Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty, roll a hit. Keep in mind they got about 3/4 cover with the
high
bow.
AC, right?
So what does that mean? I don't get
They
that.
get a
like,
+5 to their AC.
They get a +5, so I can just roll normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You roll
Yeah, you
normal.
just roll normal. They
It's
just
just
have
gonna
a
be
plus
a-
It doesn't
5.
matter, I got 11, so I'm sure they don't hit. But they have +5.
Yeah, you miss. So this would alert you to their presence. You use zap, and you hear. Does anybody here speak giant?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes. I'm just kidding, I don't.
You see them garble something in giant before roaring at you for pulling that off.
Yeah.
Next is
Great boy.
next is going to be
I didn't pick my
Abigail.
language.
Abigail. What are you doing, Abby?
Yeah, you did.
They about 30 feet.
Yeah, they're
Just
about
over
30
there,
feet.
I can go 30 feet at a time.
So,
Okay, you go up to you go to the ogre and
Do they use the dice or anything? For 1 and 2?
This is what I
So
was
then we
doing.
know which one.
you know what? Let me go ahead and
A high
let me go ahead and
have
you know
more
what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and put
language.
the board up.
Are you sure there's like 15 minutes?
Yeah, fuck it. You're right.
13
Okay,
minutes.
moving on.
This is supposed to be a fairly quick encounter. Well, hopefully it will be a quick encounter. So
Okay,
yeah, just go ahead and just
I can
Double check.
just tell me which one y'all are gonna attack. I'm gonna say ogre 1 or ogre 2.
I'll begin the left side of the boulder. Where's that one?
We'll just say that's ogre 1.
Okay. I can attack that one.
Roll me an attack.
Oh, Booming Blade.
Moving blade.
Yes. $20.
20. You hit.
Okay.
You know, these are really your fault.
9 damage.
Go for it.
9 damage. So you sink your war pick right into the blubber of this giant creature and just pull it back out. 20. You should have more than a +3 to hit.
+2. His magic weapons is a +1. No, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, don't you have proficiency?
I'm proficient in the war pick. I use my intelligence mod instead of the magic mod.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 20. 17 plus 3 is 20.
You should have more than a +3 to hit, dude. What's your intelligence mod?
3.
It's a +5 plus that, but you have a +6 to hit, bro.
Oh, okay. Good. My bad.
I mean, don't get me wrong, nerf your character all you want if it gets, but like, I'm just like, I'm just saying, like, you know, don't.
Sorry. My bad.
It's all good. I mean, like I said, I guess I'd rather y'all like undersell than oversell, but I'm helping you out, I guess. And now it's your duck's turn.
Okay, the duck has 40 feet.
You could probably move. Yeah, you could
Can
definitely
move it to flank with me?
Not because it'll have to go around the boulder, so probably not. But you can move it to another side of the ogre.
within 40 feet, you can't.
We got to understand. You got a
Oh.
boulder right in front of it. You got you who's on this side,
Okay.
and so it would have to. It won't be able to move
Okay.
to the other
Then,
side.
yeah, yeah, sure.
But you can get to it
Yeah.
without taking up your spot.
Yeah.
So like this one.
Yeah.
And he's gonna attack it.
All right, roll a hit.
Honk.
Yeah, he goes up and attempts to peck, but hits a really thick part of it and just bounces it right off. After you, it is going to be Kent.
Okay. So, time to put one of my new little tricks into motion here. Let's see.
Elvish script.
So I'm going to choose.
Golly, most places close at 10.
Yeah, so I hate early at work,
I
but
wish Popeyes would stay open for another hour.
I'm going to use this opportunity to test out one of my new abilities.
Okay.
So, Kanan and Ashin, you'll both hear my voice in your heads. I've got a telepathic link with you guys until I decide to shut it off.
Can we
Why are you
respond?
looking at him
Yes,
like that?
you can.
Why?
Well, this is an interesting development.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Just so our little friends over here can't hear me whenever I make suggestions to you guys, or vice versa.
That's a bonus action, or
Let's see. Establish it as an action.
okay, so that's your. So you got a bonus action left.
So you're
Yeah.
concentrating really hard.
I'm not even concentrating. It's just a telepathic link that I set up with them.
Okay.
Anything?
Well done.
Do I hear anything else in my head?
All three, I'll just hear this disgruntled grumble that you think is coming from Kanan.
Oh, I do have to use one of my psionic energy dice, though. Let's see.
You got two.
Stop snooping.
Yeah, I
right
just
on
need to
our
roll them.
conversation.
Well, actually, I don't think.
Private
I think you can do it for free your first time.
It's
The
not-
space
it's
is
not
already
for free.
rented.
It's to determine how many
See
hours
your
it
way
lasts.
out.
Oh, okay.
3 hours.
3 hours.
So for the next 3 hours, we're psychic linked.
Oh,
Sweet.
can I opt not to have this?
Let's see. Choose one or more creatures you can see, up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, and then roll one psionic energy. To send or receive a message, no action required. You and the other creatures must be within 1 mile. A creature can't use telepathy if it can't speak any languages. And a creature can end the telepathic connection at any time. You and the creature don't need to speak a common language to understand each
I
other.
ended immediately.
Oh man!
Well, okay.
Like, I want to be part of your
That's
chat.
mean.
No,
What?
actually, like
Thanks for
considering what
having
happened,
us.
considering what happened last time,
Party chat denied.
considering what happened last time, it might actually be a good
I don't
idea.
respond to him. Or to it, I should say.
That's mean.
To it?
It's.
Okay, fine.
He's got enough voices as it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't need any more.
I just thought it would be a strategic thing, but all right.
Well, you can always give it to me.
What?
Nobody wants to talk to you.
So you immediately go on and you're just like, "Hi guys!" You hear Sheen like respond inquisitively, and then suddenly the connection for Kanan.
There really was no
gets
like.
cut.
There
I would
really
have
was.
just said no thanks. And
There really was no real strategic purpose to that. I just wanted to test it out since I've literally never used it before.
It's a mental version
Well, now
of
you're
ghosting.
saying
You gotta
the
bump-
last 3 hours. You can do it before.
Just
Well, it
remember
can
that for
last
Saturday when he
anywhere
go by
between
us and
1
try
to
to get hold of you.
Oh, okay.
It just
So
depends
then
on
you
what
got
I
a
want.
bonus. You got a bonus action that you want to use.
Yeah.
I know. Do you
Well.
want to help? Or
Yeah, you can stealth as a bonus. You got rocks to hide behind.
That's right.
Sure. I'll do
All
that.
right, roll me stealth.
Okay.
Roll
How
super-
far away did you say the giants were?
30.
About 30 feet.
30 feet.
That is 17.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Okay,
you
I know that, but what did you say?
you disappear right away, and after you, it is Silas.
Do I see either of the ogres?
Huh?
Do I see either of the ogres?
You see them. You will have to move. You got to get a line of sight so they don't have 3/4 cover.
Which one's taking more damage?
So far, the one that Abigail and her goose is next
Yeah,
Is
to
that
the one on the
ogre 1
left.
or ogre 2?
is
Ogre
is
one.
Ogre 1.
Okay.
Try not to.
Well, I'm gonna move into position for ogre 2.
Oh, Ogre 2. You're going after Ogre 2, okay?
I'm going after ogre 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to cast Guiding Bolt on it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna twin spell it.
Oh shit!
You know that means you have to aim the second spell at Ogre 1, right?
You can't hit it with two, or it has to
Nope,
be two
Guiding
separate.
Bolt has to
It
be
has
two
to
separate
be
cards.
two separate
Hey, but
targets.
still,
Does
you
it
can
say
hit
that
each.
you have to?
Mm-hmm.
Twin spell. Okay, so twin spell.
I'm checking twin spell right now.
yeah.
2 separate targets. Has to be a different target.
But still, there's two ogres, so go for it.
I know, it's just one of them's going to have more cover.
Oh, I see.
You can spend sorcery points equal to a spell level, 1 for a cantrip, to target a second creature in range with the same spell.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to count target a second creature, not the same one.
Yep. Yeah.
Them's the rules.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I'll still do it.
Okay, so one
It prevents you
so
from
Ogre
killing one
2
enemy
you got to
really
put a
fast.
shot at. Ogre 1 has 3/4 cover. Go ahead and roll me attacks. Okay, maybe you feel like it.
He's rolling.
I'm doing it right
Oh,
now.
Oh, okay.
You freaking kidding me?
What'd you roll?
You should have just rolled the dice.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? Yeah, the dice were doing well for you before.
Yeah, dude.
Like you were almost successful in that one mission.
What's her AC?
What'd you roll?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
You got a 14 and a 9.
Okay, so the 14 definitely hits. What's your bonus to the 9?
I'm going to that was the bonus, but I'm going to use Favored by the Gods.
Okay. Reroll. I think that's like once per short rest, right?
It's once per long rest.
Ooh.
Are you freaking kidding me?
So you miss with the second
No,
one.
does an 11 hit?
If it did not have 3/4 cover, it would have.
Oh, that's good to know, though. Because now we know what their AC is.
So you hit you hit Ogre 2.
Oh, man.
Roll me damage.
I think you should stick
Stop
to
using
physical
digital
dice.
Yeah.
And digital dice are cursed, bro. What'd you end up getting?
9.
A whole 9 damage.
From guiding bolt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's 4d6.
I know.
I know.
2, 2, 2, 3.
Damn.
Sounds like
They weren't all one.
You got a bonus
That's
action that you want to
unprecedented.
use? Bonus action, flip them off.
Darn right.
It's just gonna be Silas's thing from now on. Bonus action, flip them off.
Next is Penelope. So
Actually, no, I'm not going to use my bonus action. I'm going to keep it.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Can't do
Doesn't
anything
matter.
else.
It's not worth flipping them off.
It's not worth it.
I was just
Flip off the boulder.
so Penelope cast bless targets you, and you.
Me?
No,
Oh, the
fighter.
boys.
Oh, it's- yeah, the melee.
there's a toss up between them
She's
two,
sexist.
but
Well, 3 of the
ultimately
melees.
it wins you.
Sexist.
Yeah, that's what it is. She's sexist against her own sex.
So yeah, for the rest of the encounter, you roll a d4 and add it to either your save or your attack rolls, and then she is going to bonus action do nothing, except probably back away a little bit.
Makes sense.
So after Penelope, it is Asheen.
Back up 30 feet.
Do you move to where you can get clear line of shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just enough to where I can see both of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're each behind a boulder, so you could probably only get a clear shot at one.
Okay.
And both of them have been damaged equally.
Well, the spell that I'm going to cast
And if it's AoE, then that doesn't matter.
I have 4.
All I have to do is be able to see him. There's no tech
What was
rolls.
it 2 plus
There's
your
no tech
plus your
rolls,
proficiency bonus?
It's
involved.
twice your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's nice.
So I've got 4 in total.
That's much better than mine.
Yeah.
Which one do I want to do? I guess the one that
There's one that
is facing, or well, yeah. So
there's one with
he's
him and his
attacking.
duck, and then like he moved in position, not necessarily in melee, but in a position to where he can get a clear shot at the other. And right now they both took equal damage.
Well,
Okay.
and also Ogre number 2 has advantage on him.
Oh yeah, you'll have advantage on Ogre too,
Yep.
because of Guiding Bolt.
In that case, I'll go to Ogre number 1. Int save versus 13.
Boy, you know. I wonder how smart ogres are.
This is Tasha's mind whip, by the way.
Is that a 1?
Opposite.
Oh, it's a 20.
It's a nat 20 pro.
It's an 8. Important roll.
So, I hate to say this. You remember how I was saying I was reading y'all's creature abilities?
Mm-hmm.
For Portent, you have to do it before the results of the roll. No.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is it that, what is that you're doing?
From this class.
Basically,
Like he can make you re-roll, or but he has to.
basically he rolled an 8.
Silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Now that's something that you can do.
Oh, okay.
So you see him. So that's
Silvery
disadvantage,
barbs?
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good! Look at that!
Another 20.
An 18!
Oh.
These things have a -3 to their intelligence.
Wow.
That's a good play that you're going with. Just the die. I'm using my grog dice again because those other dice started to suck. My grog dice are amazing. I think it's because they have. You know, these things are big, dumb, and powerful.
Enough.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, stop apologizing for good rolls. Jeez.
Oh no, I guess I shouldn't. But yeah, but that's a first level spell, right? So it's like half damage.
No, it's second level spell. And yeah, I guess it is half damage.
Usually, usually it's cantrips that it's an all or nothing
Yeah,
damage.
that's right. So,
This is at Ogre 1. Because Ogre 2 has advantage.
yes,
Okay.
I'll give someone else the advantage because, well, yeah.
You
Either
would-
way,
you
it wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
propped
used
it
up-
off anyways.
But
But
yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say you wouldn't have used up the advantage.
You know what?
So-
I can give him advantage.
You can give him advantage or you can give one of the fighters advantage. You can
Give
give
one of the
anybody
fighters
advantage.
Alright.
So
James, you have advantage.
half damage
Alright.
is 3 damage.
Alrighty. So yeah, you see him just let out the psychic whiplash, and I'm just gonna say the ogre was too dumb to realize what was going on. Now it's Kanan's turn.
How far away are they?
30 feet.
About 30. Okay, so both of them are, I will say, about 30 feet, but one you're going to have more difficulty getting to because the goose and Abigail are already kind of surrounded.
So can I go around the other way 30 feet to get... I have 35
Yeah,
feet
you got 35.
movement.
I can probably say you can do that.
Okay. So as a bonus action, I'll rake my blade across my arm and light it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes again with that weird blood magic shit. And I'll
Everybody's just going to whisper.
take 2 damage.
You get a voice in your head, you're popular.
Immediately, what everyone will notice is he looks different now that he does this.
Mm-hmm.
His skin gets more pale, and his eyes shift from purple to red. And he looks...
Oh, your hair turns a vibrant red, too.
Oh, apparently my hair also turns red. And
Damn, Ginger.
he looks more kind of almost beautiful, but also
You have
almost
things now.
undead. Oh, that pops out too?
You have noticeable
Okay.
things.
Fangs
we were all
literally
worried about him.
right.
Pointed ears.
Fangs protrude from
I
my
think we all have
my
some
mouth.
beef.
And what?
Like
Pointed
everybody should be
ears.
And I have
concerned
pointed ears.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
about. Necessarily.
So yeah,
You're an Asimar. Asimars get scary
I will
in
move
their own way.
I'm so boring.
on the other side, 35 feet to attack
Okay, roll me to attack.
One of the ogres.
I will say
I do
that I
have
guess
my
you'll be, if you're going for the one that everybody's ganging up on, it'll be over one.
Okay, well, I'll go for ogre 1. And with bless, does a 15 hit.
Yes, roll me damage.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. 12 slashing and 3 fire.
So 13 or 15 total.
Yep.
Alrighty. You carve into its fat old belly. And now it is it's a lad's turn. You're gonna have to go if you're going melee. You're gonna have to aim for 2 because one would be
One is completely surrounded.
well, one would be more difficult to get to in melee
That's
range.
how difficult.
Well, you're gonna have to go around the boulder, then either go around the duck, or either around Abigail or
Right. How many distance-wise, feet-wise?
You're looking at maybe 40 feet to get into an opening to attack for ogre 1, but ogre 2 you can move 30
I meant
feet.
between both ogre 1 and 2.
Oh, it's like a 10-foot road in the middle, so about 10 feet between them.
All right.
Just hit the other one.
I guess I'll hit the other one.
And you have your bless too that you can add.
You have bless and
Plus
advantage, and you have
So
power
I guess
attack.
I'll do the great sword with the 2 hands, power attacking.
Do it.
Alrighty.
9 plus. It's power attack, so now 5 to hit.
But you get a plus. You get a
I
plus
have
1 plus bless.
So it's
And you
10
have advantage
plus
from
4.
Well,
which is
you rolled a
14.
d4.
You roll the d4.
You roll the d4,
Roll the d4.
Oh, right.
but not just that. But you do have advantage from
2.
You hit, but roll for a
What's that?
crit.
Okay. Roll for
Yeah.
crit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have
get a
advantage.
20 on it, 'cause you have
You got
advantage.
He gave you advantage with his spell.
15.
Oh,
You
that's
hit.
better.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you're
did.
good.
So how much do you carve out of this fat fuck?
Oh.
I'm fat, so I'm allowed to say that.
Okay.
Me
He
too.
has advantage. Also.
Yeah, he rolled advantage.
Yeah, he rolled advantage already.
Oh, come on. I'll
Here,
pop the.
Yeah,
what is
great
it?
weapon.
Yeah.
Can reroll 1s and 2s.
Nice.
7 plus
Your strength mod.
strength, which is
10, so 20? 21.
right.
That's
21
good.
total.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
God,
Dude,
man,
great
you
weapon.
Hit, you hit like a truck.
Dude, great weapon. Great.
That's the
Freaking
idea of the
powerhouse,
character.
man.
The great weapon master is that damn good. The ogres should have went. Oh no, wait. The ogres go now.
Thing's still alive? No. Her turn next, unless they go
No,
before.
the ogres
go
go before
before
her.
her.
Actually, they should have went before you, but
Oh, wow.
I'm not too worried about that. So, ogre 1 turns towards you, Abigail. Takes a swing at you because you took a swing at it,
Yep.
and you will get this big, giant, great club ready to pow pow right at you in the head.
Yep.
Natural 1.
17, bro. Suck it.
Plus hit.
Spoken like a true
Plus
DM.
6.
Well, I probably
17
would have
plus
said the
6.
same thing.
So what are you?
So 17 plus 6, and that's 2d8 plus 4. Wow, these things fucking hit hard too.
There.
Yeah,
Oh.
that kind
Yeah, I mean they only get
If
to
only,
attack.
if only have like plus 1, when it's at 14, then I would pop it.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
Even with hiding once again.
17 damage.
Okay.
Bark! And then, the,
Kabong.
and then the other one goes for you, Asheen, a lad.
lad.
You're a
Lad.
Asheen.
Bring it. Are we going to?
We're gonna
We're
go
just
around.
finishing this
We're gonna
round.
go ahead and finish the round, then we'll pause it. I'll have everything written down. Just be sure to record y'all's HP.
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
Misses?
I think so. Yeah, your AC is to 17, right?
I popped the thing for riposte.
Okay, repose. You can power attack on this one too if you
Nice.
want.
No, I leave my stuff
20.
here now.
He nat 20, folks.
Nice.
Roll me.
Oh,
Okay, so
fuck.
double your dice. You do not double your 10 or your 1, but you do double your dice rolls.
Guys, for me.
So whatever you roll in the dice, multiply by 2.
Yeah.
And then add your.
Then you add everything else together.
6, roll 2, 3. That's 9.
So
plus
18.
10,
So
so
18
Plus your
plus your strength mod.
we're going to be 19.
9 plus 9. 9 plus 9 is 18.
Okay.
18 plus 10, 28 plus 1, 29 plus 3. You dealt a whole 31 damage to this thing. 32.
Very nice.
And I'm just going to say this. It is still standing.
God damn!
God,
Fuck that second win.
You can action. Well, no, it's
Well, I
not your
can't
turn.
repose
It's his turn.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, you can only act.
Okay,
your turn.
so Kazea, you see about 3 surrounding this ogre and 2, and just a lad at this other
That's
ogre.
not bad at all. Yeah, it's still alive.
It's not the point.
I'll go to the one that you
Oh, wait.
What?
Roll your superiority die because I think you add that to the damage.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I do. What do I roll for?
I think it's a D6 superiority. I haven't been
It
down
is.
that
Hold on,
certain
it's
one.
have it written down.
Should be D6, I believe.
I thought it was
Sure, it's
D8.
D6. Usually abilities like that are D6.
It increases to a D8 at some point.
Like a D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and double that.
It probably
because
works like my
that's-
Sonic
3
dice.
times 6.
So 6 more damage. Still alive, but you know every
So
little
how
bit.
much is that now?
50 equals to 60 damage.
Yeah, nearing 60.
damage. No, what is 60?
Oh, wait, yeah.
It's 21 plus the.
Now it's your turn.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna
38.
go and
For the
fight
rest
who's
like
fighting.
59.
They're
I'm gonna do
D8s.
Scorching Ray.
D8.
Alright.
Oh, they're D8s.
D8s.
D8s. Go ahead and re-roll the D8.
Oh, it's a D8?
Yeah. I thought it was a D8.
Oh, shit.
Wow, wow.
Why not?
Actually,
Doesn't she have to roll for?
7.
So that's gonna
14.
be 14.
14
What was the
damage.
previous
Over
one
60.
again?
Or
6. Add 6, take out 14.
At 8.
Still alive.
Jesus. How much
No,
damage
these
is
things
that?
have a lot of hit points.
Scorching Ray at number 2. Go ahead and roll. That's 3 rays, I think.
Yeah, it's 3 rays, so
3
you
rays,
roll the
3 attack
D20, basically 3 attack rolls.
16.
You hit with that one.
Ray.
11.
Is that to hit or
Yeah, well, do I go?
16
Well,
was the
Scorching
hit,
Ray,
right?
what was the damage for Scorching Ray?
16
Yeah,
and
the
11?
damage for Scorching Ray is 2d6.
16 and 11 both hit. So you so
Oh.
far you're doing 4d6 to this thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah, roll, go ahead and roll your
when
third
you
attack.
cast it, you fire off.
I roll
3
another
rays.
D20. The 20 again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll
for the
20 one more
third
time.
17.
You hit with all 3. Roll 66.
66.
You can very realistically drop the first ogre before the fight.
It's the cube.
can do it.
Which one?
The D6 is a cube.
Like a normal die.
Just count it up
Time.
for
Oh,
me.
God damn it. 1.
Okay, well you got 5 more.
5 more.
Yeah, you roll it 5
Oh.
more times.
6.
Okay, so
7
7 total.
6.
13.
17. No, that's 13.
Like 5?
5.
You killed it.
That's 18.
You put it down.
Oh, is that okay?
So after you see a sheen here to take
lad.
or a lad, because fuck me, a lad taking 2 giant chunks out of this creature's body, with basically just carving right into it.
Almost
She
done.
just blasts.
I'm gonna try this class on next time for me then.
What?
What?
Your class.
Fighters are great.
Battle Masters are great.
Fighter. Well, the thing is, it's not just the class; it's the power attack
Yeah.
on top of it.
I got
So her following up with 3 fire blasts the fire right into it, and it just drops dead. The other ogre's just like. And that's session, I guess.
We
Yeah.
tag teamed it.
Well,
Thanks for joining
we'll
us.
continue next week. Have a good
Next
night.
week.
Dude, I got